Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another Paizo one-shot. You probably haven't seen my face on these before, so let me introduce myself real quick. Hi, I'm Thurston Hillman. I am the digital developer for Paizo, and I will be game mastering us through this lovely one-shot. The Great Grav-Train Robbery for Starfinder. So thank you all for coming. I've got an amazing cast that I'm just going to quickly pass off to. If we can bring up all their beautiful faces. Look at them! Oh, they're all ready to suffer at my hands. Hooray. Nah, this is going to be fun. But yeah, so as I said, I'm the digital developer at Paizo. I'm going to be jamming this, but we have a beautiful cast. So let's go through and introduce you to everyone who's going to be playing today and what they're going to be playing. Starting, let's go top left. Jenny, introduce yourself. Hey.
Hi, I am Jenny Jarzabski. I am a Starfinder developer at Paizo, working on adventures and modules like this one. I am going to be playing Kevin Volkolov. He is a bear who is proficient in hacking. He's basically a technomancer. So, junk technomancer, to be specific, seems to be his specialization.
Space junk bear wizard. Excellent.
Exactly.
Diana, why don't you tell them about yourself?
Yes. Sure. Hi, friends. I'm Diana Restrepo. I am a tabletop role-playing gamer, and also I'm on the DAT Network, Norse Foundry, and on Paizo every now and then. I'm also an actor and a sword fighter, and I will be playing today the Thief, LNA 464. She is a drone, and she's an operative. And I'm excited.
Yes, well, I mean, do robots get excited? Interesting. All right, Jim,
mean,
you're on the other side for once. Uh-oh. Let's
That's
tell people who you are.
I am Jim Rodehaver. I am not running this game. I am ready to be swept away on an odyssey of crimes by Thirsty. I obviously stream sometimes and run games on streams for Paizo. I've also freelanced for Paizo before. I've actually done some writing for Starfinder, so I'm not quite developer tier. I haven't gotten that deep into it. But, I know a little bit about the game. And I am playing
building your way up to it.
Right. And today I am playing the Spathine colony, Aramesh Magiri. It'll be a good time. He's an envoy, smooth talker. I bet I'm going to do great. He's got way more charisma than I do.
Yeah. Who needs charisma for a train robbery? Obviously that won't come into play, right? And finally, Michelle, why don't you tell all the fine people about yourself?
Hi, I'm Miss Chapman Bradley. I'm just gonna yell a lot this game, so get ready for those levels. Adam behind the scenes. You can find me on the internet at I am Chubby Bunny. I am on networks and shows such as Critical Role, Good Time Society. What's the other one? Sometimes here, sometimes at that network. I'm just everywhere. I'm on the Roll20 Con this weekend. It's happening. I'm on Saturday's Call of Cthulhu show. I don't know how to play the game, and I haven't started looking at it yet. So that's all happening in 2 days from now. Anyway, today I'm playing a little special guy named Barat Oza. You may look at him and say, "Oh, is that a squid with tiny gloves on his fake tentacle hands?" So you'd be absolutely right. That's me, Barat Oza. And Barat is a Vanguard, level 6 Vanguard, so I got some things I can do. I'm basically the beefy squid of the team. Actually, turns out I'm not called a squid, I'm called a Ishtikari, and that's the name of my squid brethren, I suppose. And, I'm just whooping it up over here with the Viscarium, and I guess I'm going on a heist. I don't really know how I got here, but that's my own squid business. I'm gonna call myself a squid, I can't keep looking up that word.
We tried so much in the pre-show.
I'm a squid.
Awesome. Well, thanks everyone for coming. We're gonna dive right into things with the typical adventure box text that sets the tone for everybody, and then we're gonna get into some I'm sure off the rails action. Please judge me for that, please. Okay, so the Tabori cluster is known for two things: countless worlds that contain valuable star metals, and electric interference that inhibits interplanetary communication. As a result, this valuable region is all but cut off from the rest of the galaxy. Pan is one such world, the only planet orbiting the star of Ixo. Pan is a world of rock and jagged valleys broken up by large mountain ranges. Also home to the Ixo Syndicate, a powerful criminal organization that has almost total control of the planet's mining. Facilitating these mining operations are thousands of miles worth of crisscrossing tracks built for high-speed grav trains. A week ago, a worker at the Blast Ridge mining facility unearthed a strange artifact while excavating a star metal vein. Though not public knowledge, the artifact's appearance caught the attention of the Ixo Syndicate that has begun moving it to the planet's largest population center and primary base of operations for the Syndicate, the settlement of Steep Shore. Hearing about the artifact's transport, the Spathone colony known as Aramesh Magari, that's Jim's character, decided to steal the object. Down on their luck, scoundrel Aramesh had a desperate need for quick cash, so he quickly assembled a crack team to infiltrate the Grav-Train on its way to Steep Shore, and to abscond with the mysterious artifact. It'll be almost impossible to pull off. So Aramesh has put together the perfect crew. Now, we begin our adventure with all of you flying in an entercopter, a sort of aerial helicopter-esque device, making your way towards the train that is your destination. You are all getting ready to do a low flying jump onto the top of this speeding grav train, but you are supported by your pilot, one Arda Vaughn, a Jububnin. And Jububnins are a one-legged tree frog-esque species. And so Arda is in the cockpit of your intercopter, moving it into position, and you're all in the back getting ready to make your deft jumps and descents onto the moving grav train. So, as we begin, Arda shouts out, "Ah, there she is!" wrenching the intercopter's control hard to one side, straining to make her voice heard over the whirring rotors. The pilot motions to a pile of packages under a tarp beneath the passenger seats. "But you better get your wall bags on! Get your wall bags on!" Through dust-caked windows, the train can be seen hurtling through the desert, ahead like a massive serpent of glass and steel. That is it, the big score that's going to make the whole team rich, and the plan couldn't be simpler. Just rappel onto the roof of a speeding train filled with armed gangsters, somehow get inside, find the passcode, open the cargo car, locate and grab the prize, and then signal Vaughn for pickup before the train reaches its destination. All of you could do this in your sleep. Get jumping, go on now, get! So, if all of you could please, and I'm going to start in reverse order from what I did last time, so I'm going to start with Michelle. Michelle, I would like you to pick one skill that you think would be appropriate for you jumping out of the back of the intercopter onto the grav train. And make a skill test.
I'd be using my strength. Now, listen here, because I figure, we were pulling the rope down and looking at this picture from the beginning of this, the adventure looks like, I'm pretty sure we threw a rope down there, and it is like it was like harpooned into the train already, the gravy train, and I'm just gonna strength and use my little arms, pull myself down there, real strong like, and that's what I'm gonna roll. Is that cool?
Heck yeah, that's cool.
All right, and I am gonna talk like this for 3. That's on my character. Come on, Adam, get him on it. Get him on it.
In fact, I'll even let you do athletics here. I'll even let you do athletics here. That's a plus 12.
Oh, you know what? I wasn't even looking at those stats. I was looking at the ones above it. Well, I guess I'm real strong. I could use my strength. I could use my athletics. I could use whatever I really want because I believe in myself, and that's what's important. That was a 24 total. Now you'll notice that I have like 8 legs, and I got 2 little fake mechanical arms with gloves on them. But I also got a real big gun. And that thing is not very light. It's very heavy. I can kill a man, but
with a stunning success, you land on top of the train.
You just see like a swirl. Like there's like my body's in the middle, and the swirl of legs kind of just goes down. And I land superhero Marvel Captain America style with all my legs.
With all your legs standing up.
All of them.
All right, Jim, you're playing Aramesh. What skill does Aramesh use to get onto the?
So, Thirsty, I don't get to be a player that often.
Yeah.
So this is my opportunity to like be that guy, and I'm going to make a compelling argument to use bluff to climb down.
Absolutely.
See,
Absolutely.
I have a fly speed, so falling is not. It doesn't matter. I just fly. So what Aramesh does, what we do is we grab onto the rope and we hug it as if we were going to slide down it, and we kind of do, but it's really just the individual parts of us, like just marching down ant style down the rope. But I don't want to.
You're bluffing to make it look.
I don't want to freak out my companions, so I want to make it look as if we are climbing normally, as most single organisms do.
Please give me that check, please.
And that is a 25 total.
Wow.
Oh, you look so good doing this. Like, it is almost uncanny valley how you are descending down onto the Grav-Train, and you manage to perfectly fake fly down. You get on top of the moving Grav-Train, and that is when you look over at your friend Baratoza, and you remember how you recruited Baratoza into this situation. Specifically, Michelle, why don't you tell us where Aramesh recruited you on this planet? What environment were you in when Aramesh approached you? That's right, throwing you on the spot.
You're muted.
Can't hear you.
Oh,
Rod, you have to turn on your comms.
Yeah, I did it. What's up? I'm just a little squid. I got a lot of arms, but not a lot of brain power. So, according to my backstory, which I definitely did not write myself, I've been hanging out on the Dust Crag. That's a place. So I imagine just doing mercenary shit, because apparently I used to be part of the army or something like that, and before that, I was real cool with that, and they left me there, and I was real sad. So I imagine that I meet the, what are you calling yourself again, Jim? The army of the amalgam of thieves, what is it?
You can just call us Aramesh. No, we are the Democratic Collective of Aramesh. You can simply shorten it to Aramesh.
I imagine I was out, working on my whatever you call space tomatoes in my garden, and I'm just taking a break from doing all my mercenary work. It's real tiring. I gotta make sure I take like a month on kind of thing. And in my month off, Aramesh came by to my little farm to try and recruit me. We know each other from way back. Back in my mercenary days, we've done a couple jobs together, and I'm real fond of that bag of bees. I know he's not bees, but I cannot remember the name of the kind of bug he is.
You don't have to.
I adore that. I adore that. Just the typical. I've given up that life. I'm farming now, and then he approaches you. I've got one score for you. Heck yeah. Okay, so we cut to see the idyllic farm. Well, probably blasted and terrible looking farm, because I think Duskcrag was actually destroyed, but that's fine.
I never said I was good at farm. I said I do it,
as you are tending to your farm, and then we see Aramesh approach, and we have that turning moment, and you both lock eyes, and there's the nod of like, you son of a bee, I'm in. And then we cut, and now we cut back to our ongoing descent onto the Grav-Train. This will leave us with our next agent to descend, the operative, LNA 464. What skill would you like to use to jump from the back of your intercopter or rappel down to get onto that Grav-Train?
I feel like I can use athletics, but not necessarily hold on to the rope, because I don't have any hands. I have lots of legs. Maybe I can jump down like a spider, because it looks like a spider.
Oh, heck yeah. Hold on.
So I want to
give me that check.
Okay,
All
here we
right,
go.
let's do it.
That is a 20 on the die for 31. Not joking.
So
20.
you not only perfectly land, you perfectly land by the exact entry hatch that you know you're supposed to land in to get into this train. But as you land and you're like going through your data banks of everything, like we see sort of the schematics of the train appearing in holographic light in front of you. But like also there's like a little memory subroutine that gets triggered at that exact moment that like starts to pull up of where Aramesh encountered you to recruit you for this mission. So why don't you tell me, where did Aramesh meet you and bring you on board to this whole affair?
I feel like I have been doing so many missions trying to get money to get back my dear Katerina. And at some point, he probably found me wedged between two buildings, stuck, trying to get out. And as a fellow bug-esque creature, he came over to help me get out of this wedged, stuck building and noticed my skills and recruited me from there. And promised me that
so
he
he
would help
found
me
you
find
stuck and
Katerina.
recruited you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I can see the old sort of image of you like trapped and like doing all the diagnostics on how you can escape, and then Aramesh just looks up and like with the power of a million bees pushes you out of your your difficult position. Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. All right, so that sort of is our flashback there. We have one final person on the Grav-Train. I'm sure the most spry and dexterous of the group, our
Of course.
uplifted bear. Kevin,
Yes.
how are you going? What skill are you going to utilize to get off the intercopter and onto the back of the train?
Well, Kevin looks down at his colleagues, deftly jumping and maneuvering around, and looks down at his own, his own bulky form that's been kind of like restricted into this like hollow belt that he has to make himself look extra muscular. And I don't know if this is going to work for me. I have idea. And he pulls out his miniature computer, which is strapped to his forearm, and goes in and types. And so basically what he's doing is making a computer check to perfectly overlay what he has onto the train and discover the best point to move or to jump and where to land, and just kind of calculate how he wants to make this jump.
Oh, you're turning it into a video game.
Of course, yes,
Okay.
gamified.
Okay.
Of course.
All right,
right.
nerd. Roll your computer's check.
All right, that is actually a 28 computer's check.
Oh, gosh, wow! Look at those nice starting rolls. Yeah. So the bear comes down with a like lining up the perfect sort of overlay. There's the green light when the overlay of your holographic train matches up to the real train, and you take that to do like the bear jump down, and all the rest of you feel this like sudden shake on top of the train car as an uplifted bear lands and like dents the top of it. But Kevin, you manage to get down, and then you look around at your companions and fix an eye on Aramesh, and you too have a memory of where this Spathinae colony of insectile creatures recruited you from. And I'm sure I'm going to regret asking this, but Jenny, where were you recruited from?
Well, Kevin was, I have been well known in criminal underground on Pan for quite some time. I've known as a hacker. Of course, I have many VPNs and proxies that block my true position, so I finally agreed to meet him in Internet Cafe, Cyber Infosphere Cafe, pardon me. I don't know where that came from. And so Kevin was sitting there with his hood up, looking all edgy, with his little like laptop computer clicking away, and I assume that Aramesh walked in and just took a look at him and, oh, it's this is you? All right, sounds about right. And ever since then,
Wow!
he was recruited.
I mean, to be fair, that's how
I
Jim would
also
talk.
like the. I just like the edgy bear, like sitting there on his laptop, like reading Spacebook and then looking up, like, oh, it's
Yes.
you.
Yes, I am Ice Storm 69, comrade. I am the hacker you're looking for.
Found him at like 8 a.m.
And with ice storms, we come back to the top of the speeding Grav-Train. All of you have landed on top of it. We've kind of got a sense of how all of you met through Aramesh, and with that, we've sort of recounted the plan. Again, you're going to get inside. You are going to then have to discover the data pad, which belongs. All of you would know. Currently, the codes to the console you need to open to get this artifact belong to one Brom Lancaster, the train's chief of security. You will need to find Brom amongst the other personnel on the train in the VIP car, and then steal his data pad. And then take it to the cargo car, using it to open the bay doors, find the right crate, and escape. Now, with all that being said, you're on top of the train right now. You know that there are hatches to get inside. I'm going to throw it over to you fine folks. What would you like to do now? And perhaps we can start with Aramesh, as you are sort of the team captain, the unifier of these fine folks. What is it you're thinking now?
Well, I mean, finding one of these hatches to get inside, I think, is priority number one. Is there one easily visible, or do we need to look around for one?
So you start looking around, but you can immediately tell that LNA is already like right beside one of the hatches, having rolled that nat 20 and landed perfectly in the area, and sort of is able to point it out. But you know that the exterior train hatches are locked. Would require some sort of check to open.
Sure. Well, I'll go over to LNA, sort of get down on one knee next to the hatch, examining the lock, knowing that the lock is not our specialty and we won't really be much use here. But I want to look LNA right in the optical sensors, say, most of us believe in you. You can do this. Get us in there.
Of course, Aramesh. It's great to see you once again. And then she'll focus on the lock and try and open it.
Yeah, so in this case, it is going to be an engineering check.
All right. That is, let me see, that is a 24.
A 24, yeah. So, as represented by the cool cover art, you have like some kind of internal laser that like spews out from your what would be your mouth, and like begins cutting like perfect incisions on the hatch. And there's like this like kind of sizzling sound, and like little bits of smoke that are coming out are quickly being pushed back by the fast-moving grav car that you're on top of. All of your companions are able to like come over, including the looming shadow of Kivan and the many limbs of Barat getting closer. And then just as all of your companions get close, you can hear the sudden ka-chunk as the latch on the mechanism is cracked open, and you can tell you can open this hatch to get inside.
Perfect. Kevon, seeing that you have landed so harshly on the train, can you please be a little bit more quiet when we enter?
Oh, of course, comrade. I will do my best.
Sure, you
Sorry
will.
about that.
Of course, you are a larger creature than the rest of us.
I don't see. Is that supposed to be joke? Is that joke?
It's true.
Anyway.
Shall we go?
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Kevon, when I spread out real big, I'm pretty sure I can be bigger than you, like like length at least. So you're not technically the biggest one of us here, but maybe the most dense of us.
All right, everybody.
All right,
Remember the
fair
first
enough.
rule of the Democratic Collective of Aramesh, and it's be cool, okay? Are we all cool?
My sensors feel cool right now. Yes, Aramesh.
That's what we love about you. Always taking everything literally. Look, I put this together, or we put this together, so why don't we go in first? If one of you will just crack the door ever so slightly.
Oh, no worries. I reached down. Oh, okay.
No, go for it. Go for it.
I just reached down there with my little mechanical hand, the one that's attached to the end of my squid hand, and I just kind of reached down and go. I guess I got to roll for that. Maybe. Wink.
So are you trying the hatch is open, so you don't have to make any checks. That's what the engineering was for. But are you trying to be quiet? Are you just flipping it open and being whatever's down there is down there?
It was a do.
Give us just the barest crack if you can.
Oh, okay. I got some instructions now, so I guess I'll do that. I just kind of looked at it quietly. A little peeksy. Look inside.
A little peeksy? Okay. Okay. You know what? Let's have you roll me a stealth check.
Alright.
Yeah.
That is a net 20! Oh, and I have Kraken dice, so it's actually a little bit in there, and I should guys can see it.
Nice!
Nice.
Yes!
Cute!
Yeah!
That's perfect.
Squid. Alright. Yeah, so your little squidly tentacles come under and gently push up. And there's the bit because of just your body type, you're able to put yourself on your side and look down without opening it too much. You hear what is very clearly some kind of snoring sound from within, a loud in what is a lightly lit cargo car.
So there's
you look down and you can see baggage on the walls. So you somewhere deeper in, probably just beyond. You'd have to actually open it fully and look all the way in. But you get the sense that someone is sleeping in this car, but otherwise it appears to be full of baggage.
All right, everyone. I think I spot a sleeping fella down there, but not much else. So I could quickly go down and kill him if you want, or we could sneak past them. What do y'all say?
Oh, we think they're just doing their jobs. Why don't you give us a moment to see if we can find a way to bypass this less violently?
Okay, I'm just giving you options. It's up to you.
If he does wake up, I do have some more sedatives to keep him asleep.
If he dies, he dies. But let me take a look and see if there's any security cameras. I'm just gonna scan for security cameras with my little computer I carry around. Thirsty.
Yeah.
All right. Also,
give me a computers check.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that is a 23.
There's some pretty high security on this train. You're gonna need to access a proper data terminal to get access to the security camera. So you're trying, but you're not able to get anything inside the car yet because you haven't accessed the local infosphere on this train, and it's very locked down. You'll need to get to a physical terminal to suss more out.
Okay. All right, I need to find physical terminal to do more, so I suppose we should just go ahead with the plan.
While Kevin's doing the scan, and we start compressing down and squeezing through the crack and sort of sliding down into the car.
Okay, so obviously you are a million bees or whatever. Now you're does the colony surround your jacket and just kind of push it through with you sort of thing? That's how you travel.
Solid piece of anything that I have. Everything else is just composed of individual component parts. But the jacket itself is a single solid piece. It is actually a jacket. That's real. Everything else is just...
Okay. yeah, you discorporate to go in through the tiny hole that Barat has opened. The jacket kind of sliding through as your constituent components pull it down with you, and then you get into this sort of dimly lit baggage train, and what you can see is the figure that is snoring, sitting in a kind of not a bed, but almost like a cot that's set up in the corner here, is an immense figure. It appears to be some sort of mix between a human and a bovine, except its skin is entirely white and it has large curling horns, and it's lying back on this cot. It's personal comm unit held up on its chest, playing some kind of vidcast recording, and it this individual is snoring.
All right, so we'll just turn back up towards the hatch and give the signal to 1. Come on down.
All right.
So you alert your companions that there's one. At that point, Jim, can you give me a stealth check?
Mm-hmm. I can. Hmm. 23.
Okay. Yeah, there's a slight as the bovine fellow turns a little bit, but goes back to their slumber, and then you have alerted your companions. So the rest of you, are you going to come down on into the Grav-Train now?
Yes, I want to stealth in as well.
Yeah, give for sure. Actually, yeah, if the three of you are going to stealth in, please give me stealth checks.
Of course.
All right.
That's
Oh, gosh.
30.
30,
22.
very
I
good.
am one with the darkness.
Now let's have the bear ruin this for everybody.
Yeah, it's a wonderful. It's a good sign when you realize it's not even listed on your character sheet as a skill that you have.
Not even a skill that you have.
Well, before I go, what I do is I pull out this little silver flask from my pocket and take a swig. This is for later, and I will, as I do so, I will cast invisibility technology on myself, so at least the cameras won't catch me doing anything. And my stealth check, though, unfortunately, as I try to tiptoe in, that is. Well, actually, that's only that's 11. It could be worse. It's
Okay.
positive.
Okay.
It's an 11.
Okay. So the way that this plays out is LNA and Barat come down. LNA is like a ghost. Barat is comes down with very slightest of noise, nowhere near enough. And then I just assume Kevin jumps down. There's the kuthum as you land. Not completely. You're trying to be quiet, but there's a kuthunk as you drop
I'm sorry,
down.
comrades. I'm trying to be quiet.
And as you drop down and whisper loudly, I roll a natural 20 for the guard to turn over, eyes opening, kind of flutters this bovine fellow what? Who's there? Hello? And you see his eyes are starting to open. What are you gonna do?
I would look.
Oh, please, no, please, Kevin. Come on, please.
Well, what I would like to do is I would like to use my my data jack that I have in Brain, one of the few augmentations that my people can have. I would like to hack into his little comm unit that he's watching video and maybe make some sort of noise or notification that might distract him.
Nice.
From our loud.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
so
please give me computer's check.
That was cocked. All right.
see how it
That is a 26.
Wow.
Okay. So describe what awful thing you put onto his personal comm unit, the space tube that's playing.
Oh yes. I assume that it's like top 10 I don't know, top 10 places to live in the Vescarium, and then out of that just this awful like burst of bright lights and single noir in your area would like to meet. Like a loud sound.
Like singles want to meet in your area, and there's like this like rah, rah, and like he like clearly has turned and was about ready to like talk to all of you and figure out what's going on, but like suddenly there's the loud sound, looks at the ad popping up and just like shakes his head, and just like you hear this mumbling like, oh, damn ads, need to install a blocker again. And then like it kind of goes back on his sides to try to sleep again.
Perfect.
But you are all in the car here with him. What are you going to do?
Okay, so we're not wrong accent. Okay, so we're not gonna kill this security guard, right? Everyone's gonna be real quiet. Leader, Aramesh, would you like us to bust open some of these doors or do real quiet like?
We did not expect Kevin's gambit to play out, so we're gonna take that as a win and go quiet like, I think.
Okay. So the plan now is to possibly be tiptoeing your way through, and like get to the next car. Is that kind of the general plan here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? Just because I am such a nice GM, let's have you all make stealth checks again one last time as you walk by this fellow. Now you've entered, but now you need to exit. So
That's not good.
It's not good.
oh, what'd you get, Barat? Barat, we'll start with Barat. What'd you get?
Oh,
7.
no.
Okay, Aramesh.
Use your
24.
fingers. It's close. Okay, well.
24 LNA.
31. It's my specialty.
Oh gosh, this is gonna hurt, isn't it? Kevin.
She's already thinking they're
16.
idiots.
Damn it.
So this time the bear is actually like very quiet comparatively, like dun 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 dun. But Barat, there is something you do that causes some sound. What is it that you do in this situation that creates a bit of noise?
I'm a real friendly squid guy, so when I go by things, I do like to touch everything in the room when I'm going through. So this whole time I've just been like talking. I'm kind of like running my little tentacles over like the shelves and bags and stuff, just getting a feel for the place. So on my way out stealth, and I do accidentally let one of my little tentacle hands fall on the TV knob, and it hits ever so gently, but it's one of those like touch activated volume things. I did not know that. And it raises the volume up to the little comm unit way loud.
Oh yeah, and suddenly there's like dun, and like you can see the bovine creature's eyes like shoot wide open, like looking at all of you now in just like utter shock, seeing all of you there, and like kind of points with like one of his big fingers. Who are you? I wasn't sleeping.
Your imagination. It's time to
Yes,
go to bed.
You are
And
dreaming.
I lift. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, dreaming. No, Diana, you were saying?
Go ahead.
I say a figment of your imagination, and then said you're going back to bed, and I lift up my one of my legs, and I shoot him one of the sedatives.
Oh yeah, would you like to give me an attack roll with your needle pistol?
Yes. Oh, that is bad. 11.
Okay. So, this large fellow at the current time is unarmored, so that's going in your favor. Also, like, is kind of prone at this moment and, like, in a cot. So it's actually not that difficult to hit. However, yeah. Like that's the good news, right? Like that's
Right, right.
It's not all the
That's the
news, but it's the good
bad
news. Well, the bad news is like the sedative, you know, deals some non-lethal damage to him to like knock him out.
Sure.
But you can tell that well, this is like a pretty thick bovine person who, when you shoot with the sedative isn't working as fast as you would like, nor is like, it seems he's very resistant to it. So you've now shot him with a needle that is like sticking out from like the side of his shoulder. He's like, oh, what was that for?
It's
It
to help
hasn't
you
like
go to
fallen
sleep.
down yet. I wasn't sleeping, I was working.
You are clearly sleeping. I look at Kevin. Well, with my many eyes, I look at Kevin like, Kevin, perhaps a lullaby on his comm would work.
Yes, of course. I will try to hack into that, or I guess I've already got access. Would you like me to make another computer's check? To further...
So you like start playing like lullaby music?
Yeah, we'll go to like the
Yeah,
24-hour rain sounds, you know.
I just want to confuse the hell out of him, yeah.
And like he's like, no, I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't. So as this is going on and your companions are trying to de-escalate the situation, Aramesh, how are you looking to get involved in this, given the situation? And I assume Bharat is now just kind of slinking back after turning on the TV by accident.
Well, a great many of us are starting to question our choices, having broken into this train with these particular companions. But the majority of us are holding out that we can still pull this off. So we slide forward and put a hand on this bull person's shoulder and say, "Hey, be cool, right? You weren't sleeping, and we aren't here. You know what I'm saying?"
What kind of skill test would you like for this? Is this like you being
Jedi
like
mind
diplomatic
trick.
here? Yeah,
I mean,
like
I would call it a diplomacy check or bluff. Either one, they're the
Yeah,
same for me.
yeah.
So yeah, whatever you like, you know.
yeah, whichever one you think is the most
Hey.
appropriate.
And that's pretty solid. That's a 29.
Yes!
That's right. I wasn't sleeping, and you wasn't here. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep on going, and you're gonna keep on doing the great work that you've been doing in here the whole time, right?
That's right. I'm looking after things. Yeah. That
Yeah,
sounds
look
good.
after these bags. Very important, and only you can do it. We gotta get out of
Very
here, though, right?
important
We're not.
work. That's
We gotta run. So we'll catch you
you
later.
aren't supposed to be in here. I'm doing my job.
We're not, so we're just gonna skedaddle. You know what I'm saying? We're out of here. All right, big guy.
Yeah. Wait.
You just keep on
Wait.
keeping on.
Like he kind of like leans in towards you, Aramesh. This again immense like bovine figure. You can like hear the cot creaking under his weight. Your little robot friend there gave me a little poke in the shoulder. Looks down at the needle.
Did she?
Got any more of those? I'm not sleeping, but you know, if I were to sleep on a train, sedatives might help. And like
Helen,
suddenly
of
this bull figure looks to you.
I reach out and I give him another one and I go, of course, enjoy. Now, once again, have a good night.
Yeah, and like he clearly like takes like another dose of the sedative, like quickly pockets it, like, right, doing my job. You were never
Doing
here.
your
And
job.
I wasn't sleeping. Very good. And like yeah, kind of like turns over and goes back to watching videos.
Oh
Look,
God.
if this is the start of your heist, what could
No, this is
possibly
great.
go wrong next?
This is like the first room.
This is fine.
Wrapping it up.
It's fine.
Just pass out drugs. We're good.
Yeah, like, you know,
sleeping
it's
drugs.
Fine, it's fine. You do know that based on the records you were provided with, the adjacent cart is the back of the VIP train, where you are supposed to find your mark, the one that has the necessary codes. Brom Lancaster, the Lashunta man. So you know that once you go into the next area, it's going to be like a VIP train car full of all sorts of Ixos syndicate smugglers and lowlives, but like the highest of the lowlives that are there.
I take out a little tie from my. So previously, before we jumped out of the plane, I would like to think that we all had a little moment as a group where we were researching this, and we all decided that we were gonna pack some disguises in our little bags, so that when we got to this fancy car, we can look a little fancier.
I will absolutely allow this for each of you. However, if you want to have a fancy disguise that you prepared in advance, you will have to mark yourselves down 1 resolve point to represent the heistiness that you embarked upon.
This is a 3-hour episode. I'm gonna burn all those result points.
Hey, that's the spirit.
We already have a super cool jacket, and we already look like VIPs, so we're fine here.
You are
Yeah.
a bug with a
Are you
plan.
the only
There's
one who
no
has
way.
disguise? Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Oh,
I
wait,
know
I-
I
yeah,
can disguise.
I'm actually very good at it.
well, listen,
I was about to
I
say.
can press button on my glamour projector that I have on belt, and instead of armor, I am wearing suit. And then what I'll do is I have those transition lenses, so I'll just push little button, and instead of glasses, I have sunglasses. So now I look like low life drug, syndicate person as we pass out.
I want us
sedatives.
to rewind. I want us to rewind to when Barat had this moment of like, all right, guys, we gotta have disguises, and like everyone else is like, yeah, we got that covered already. Like, what? Like, I've got a glamour belt. Like, I'm naturally skilled at it. I'm just a robot person. Barat's like, fine, I'll make my own disguise pouch and get it ready and be all
I'd like to
cool.
point out that Barat's disguise is Barat looks like a big squid with a big helmet and a big gun. So what I've done is I switched out my white gloves for slightly shinier, fancy gold gloves, and
Ooh.
I've got like this. I have another eye on my head. I keep forgetting. So I have. Hold on. I keep looking at my character. I've got like regular squid eyes if they're
Many
regular,
eyes.
and then I've got that helmet thing, but on top of it, there's like another eye like chilling. So what I do is. I take a look at, Kevin's outfit, and I decide that, I can't really put sunglasses down here, but I put a monocle sunglass on just that one eye on top of my head, and then I tie a little black bow onto the front of my, I guess you can call it a collar, the front where my hands meet, wherever that part is. That's my little bow tie section, and that's how I'm fancy. That's how I've painted myself up for this card. This is a lot of extra stuff. Sorry.
No, that's perfect. That is going to, in fact, grant you a +4 bonus on your disguise check. That I'm going to now have all of you make disguise checks for, and we'll see how everyone does.
Oh, I knew this was coming.
And we'll start with Michelle's roll on that, and then we'll go through the others to see what the result is. So, yeah, but I'm with your +1.
And with a +4, that's a 14 because I do not have that as a skill.
Yeah. Okay. So you've got something passable. I mean, like, it's not like the greatest. Like, people aren't going to be like, oh wow, you're definitely like criminal material. But you're also a squid person, like not really common here. Like, they don't people might not necessarily know what like a criminal squid person, like underworld syndicate squid looks like. So you're fine. You're fine.
And maybe I also have
okay.
like a cane glass that I'll hold like this with my little glove hand. I just kind of hold it around.
Yes. Okay. Aramesh, what did you get?
Not our best work. Only a 17.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. So, your unwillingness to swap out your jacket, just like you have a very distinct jacket, and so it's kind of like, I'm not giving up this jacket. It's the one thing that's not actually just a part of me that I synthesize. So like you've got a very good appearance, except the jacket is just like giving a little bit of mixed vibes, but like you've got a reasonable disguise, I would say. LNA, our lovely sentient robotic organism. What do we have?
13, but I'm gonna play off as if I'm someone else's drone, like I'm attached to their hip kind of thing.
Whose hip are you going to be attached to?
Probably Aramesh.
Okay.
Because I know him probably the
Gosh.
longest.
So you're probably like, okay, close by Aramesh. All right, I guess you couldn't really be attached to the hip because it's a whole bunch of insects. But I get what you mean. Absolutely,
Right.
absolutely. So you're kind
So
of
I
like
just follow
slinking
him.
by Aramesh.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Glamour Bear, come on with your armor that hides your beer gut. What is your disguise like?
Well, of course, like I said, I have this glamour projector, so I have, fancy suit, and I have sunglasses, so I look like Uplifted Bear, but I look like a skeezy, low-life Uplifted Bear, and you cannot see my identity, of course. And, unfortunately, I only roll 6 on a disguise check.
Oh no!
So I assume because your bear was raised by the internet,
Yes,
you
yes,
decide
I was.
to
Infosphere, yes.
base your disguises. Yes, the infosphere. You decide to base your disguises on every sort of vid game where you've seen criminals. So like, it's clearly like just some like terrible Godfather-esque outfit that you've now activated.
It's
the big suit and
suit with huge lapels.
Except you're a bear.
It is of course very loud suit with many prints. Yes, I have seen many heroes in vid game dressed like this. It was very convincing.
All right. So with that, we get like the dramatic music that starts playing as the camera cuts into the next train car, and it's that like low build-up music, and then the door like slams open and you all walk out in slow-mo, and like we hear the sort of like muffled background sounds of all these attendees in the car, and you emerge into the VIP car here, the Syndicate VIP passenger car, which you go into, and you can find a well-appointed luxury car. You can see well-dressed passengers filling a lounge area. The air here is fragrant with the haze of cigar smoke. There are various people conversing. Some of them are in leather chairs playing games of the card game known as Skimmer. You can see a bar with an android who's diligently mixing drinks. There are 6 more of those large bovine creatures, the Noir, sort of like white-skinned or white-furred minotaurs who stand like around wielding fairly like impressive, wicked-looking weapons, pikes in their hands, giving like side eyes. But all 4 of you come out with your sort of like slow walk to your montage music, and everyone like looks up. There might be a few different like side eyes from some folks here or there, but otherwise they kind of quickly go back to their affairs. Now, you can see the Lashunta man, Brom Lancaster, who is sitting over at the bar. He is surrounded by a gaggle of people. He is like producing a tumbler of some brown liqueur, which he is sniffing and taking a sip of as you enter, and you can see him. You can tell that these guards around him have made it incredibly difficult. Now, the next fellow who is coming up is someone some of you recognize. It is a person, a human male in a white suit with a sort of fine button-up apparel, holding another liqueur glass. And some of you recognize this as the individual known as Royce Flynn. And Royce is something of a known individual. I think Aramesh and LNA, you may have had some prior dealings with Royce, but Bharat and Kavan, if you want to give me a culture check, both of you can roll me culture checks. We'll see if you know anything about Royce.
Because I'm so cultured. Oh,
So
I just
cultured.
rolled nat 20, and that would be a 30
Wow.
total.
Okay, and what did you get, Michelle?
10, because I don't have the skill.
Oh, well then, yeah.
Aw.
So you just look up
I'll
and
have
have, like,
culture.
no idea who this is. Kevin, you, again, a child of the infosphere, recognize Royce. And Royce is kind of notable around the world of Pan for being a bit of a scoundrel, someone who has shaken up the underworld and the criminal elements of Pan, mostly because he makes his living off of finding out other people are doing heists and then swooping in to out-heist the heisters and take over. In fact, he's done it so many times that now people are only relying on their own crews and not, like, hiring brokers like Aramesh to go out of their way to perform heists or other criminal enterprises, because Royce inevitably finds out and, like, swoops down to take over. You, LNA, and Aramesh know that this person is an unrepentant douchebag.
I will tell them through my telepathy and just let them know, like, this man, we cannot trust him. He will try to steal our thunder and take our heist for us. You must be very careful.
Do you want me to kill him, or are we not doing that still?
I mean, I would
I-
love to kill him, but that would make a big scene here.
This
Okay,
just
you
might
just let
not
me
be
know
the
when,
best
then.
venue.
What was that?
Wait,
Aramesh? I didn't hear Jim, sorry.
This just might not be the best venue, but we kind of would like you to kill him.
Oh, yes.
it would be no great loss.
I'll put it on my list for later, okay? And I pull out a tiny notebook, and I do have a tiny list of, like, people to kill for later.
Oh, yes, you have the murder list. So as you, like, pull out the little booklet and begin writing in your murder list, Royce takes notice of you in particular, Aramesh, and, like, waves and, like, comes over with a bit of, like, a confident, like, swagger. He's got his own sort of glass of liquor, which he swirls as he approaches.
Ah, Aramesh, it's so good to see you again. How are you doing, my friend?
Most of us are doing just fine, Royce. Funny seeing you
You
here.
remembered my name. Thank you. You honor me by knowing my name. Someone as great as you, Aramesh. Oh, to be known. It makes my old heart. It makes it beat that much faster.
This man is, like, in his, like, 30s, if not.
What brings you here?
Business, my friend. Everything's about business. I'm guessing perhaps you're here for the same thing I am.
Oh, I certainly hope not.
You
all,
know,
you're-
I mean... Go ahead, my friend. Please.
No, you continue. I don't.
No, I insist. I am a person of fine manners. Please complete your thoughts.
We forgot what that thought was, and now we're stumped. So why don't you just keep on going? Because we don't remember what we were about to say.
That's okay. You
Yeah.
know, sometimes when you get in the moment, it's difficult. It's hard. That's why people like us have to persevere. You know, like me right now. I have a fine meeting with this Brom Lancaster fellow. I'm going to be talking to him for quite some time. It's going to be very good. I'm hoping I can negotiate him into a state where his pockets may become pliable for certain codes that may be in there.
Interesting. While this is going on, I actually want to see if I can sort of surreptitiously signal my companions to start making their way past us. Like, I'm basically at this point just trying to hold Royce up as long as I can and hoping that they'll disperse into the crowd towards our objective.
Yeah, okay. So give me a bluff check to sort of like
Sure.
send a secret message to
Yeah.
your companions here.
Even 20.
Even 20, yeah, not like you're able to like relay to your companion, be like scatter, go, sort of like messaging to let them know that you are doing your best to keep Royce here busy. Now, for everyone, for this section, really what it's going to come down to is you're going to need to get this data pad off of Brom Lancaster. Brom is surrounded by guards. You're going to have to kind of butter this Lashunta up in order to make it possible for someone to go in and pick the pockets, so to speak, and get that. So there's a couple different ways of going about this, and I'd like kind of has a little mini game to it, but more of just here's sort of some of the things you can do. There's like the conversationalist element, which is what Aramesh is kind of doing right now. Like, he's keeping Royce and doing like a lot of the talking side. We also have, these are the other options that you may want to decide on for yourselves, but someone can act as Aramesh's co-pilot and basically use like culture checks to set up funny jokes or funny commentary for Aramesh. Someone can be a distraction. So use bluff, intimidate, or perform to create some problems around here. One of you can run interference, which is like using perception to maybe catch some of Royce's men or some of the guards here. And then once you have enough successes, one of you can actually use sleight of hand to pickpocket. And the other two skills you can do are, one of you can be a saboteur using computers or engineering, such as our bear has done in the past already. And one of you can utilize science's skills to just be a windbag and bore people in conversation with topics they don't actually care about in this train. So I am going to sort of leave this open. This is, again, like a free-flowing thing, but right now Aramesh is kind of like pushing things by being the conversationalist. How he's doing is going to really impact how open Brom is going to be to grabbing that data pad. Right now, he's obviously like distracting Royce, but this is going to be an evolving conversation. So each of the rest of you can contribute to this as well and sort of like do any of these actions to help out. So let's start on the opposite side. I've picked on Michelle a lot. Let's pick on Jenny to start, and then we'll get to Diana. Jenny, what does Kevin want to do to support Aramesh? What of these actions that I've listed interest you?
I would like to sabotage, so use computers to cause distraction.
Okay. Yeah, please give me a computers test to start.
Alrighty. Oh goodness, that is a... that is a 33.
Oh, wow. Okay, so how are you, like, causing a distraction in this VIP car, like, with your computers? Like, you're kind of into the infosphere with that now. You've had some terminals here you can access. What are you doing to support making this Lashunta head of security a bit vulnerable?
The head of security. Well, okay, is there like any screens in here, like hollow screens or anything where people are like kind of watching stuff on in the car at all?
Yeah, there's a couple things you can see, absolutely, where like you can see some people are sort of like clustered around watching some sort of sporting event.
All right, well, I know how to hit these rich people where it hurts them. So I will go in hacking to to change channel to news, but what I'll do is feed a fake news feed through that is saying that all of the stock market is crashing in Vescaria.
Oh.
The emergency report.
You have no idea how much I want to make a terrible comment about all of these awful criminals complaining about NFTs right now, but I am a better person than that. And I will just say that they are all looking at the screen like, as you are showing the stocks of the Vescarium plummeting, and they're very clearly distracted, and you've succeeded, kind of like even taking Royce's attention from the conversation, because Royce is also one of those terrible people who is involved with whatever thing is crashing, because of course he is. Diana, as this is going on, how are you wanting to contribute? How is LNA going to...
Definitely at the moment then, perception.
Okay.
She definitely should be on the lookout to see if anything is out of the ordinary, or if there's a chance to go closer towards what's his name, Brahm?
Brahm is the target. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, give me a perception check, and I'll let you know kind of how that susses things out here.
That is a 24.
Oh, very good, very good. So yeah, you're able to tell that Brahm is pretty well guarded right now. You're not going to be able to like make a move on the data pad yet, but you're able to sort of like start sussing out the beginnings of a plan, which you're relaying electronically to your companions, and sort of like overlaying with their vision the lines that people could take to move in.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. All right, Bharat, we're gonna skip over Jim because Jim's last in this. Bharat, how are you assisting in this ongoing social situation?
You said I could use intimidate to kind of get the guards. Was it to get the guards away from?
It's just create a distraction in general. So, if you want to, like, yeah. Awesome.
So I do that thing where, when you're at a party and someone like comes up to you and is like, "Hey, over here! Oh, I'm right behind you!" And you get little tappy taps on your shoulder, so you turn that way. We don't see anyone. You turn the other way. I'm doing that to, like, let's see, how many legs I got here? 8 plus 2. I got like 10 legs. 2 of those are fake, but I'm doing that to everyone in the vicinity, like in big groups at a time. So everyone's like looking around behind them, trying to figure out who was trying to get their attention, left, right, and center, and like so everyone's sort of looking behind them for like no reason, which means that no one's attention is focused forward at all, trying to give my cohorts an opportunity to get through.
And you're using intimidate for that?
Yeah, that intimidate, or is that like a perception thing?
Yeah, that's scary. That is intimidating to me. Random tentacles popping up all over the room. Absolutely.
Okay, that's an 18. Will that do it?
You're telling that maybe you're just more annoying people right now. Like you're like tapping, and like some people are like, what? Wait, what? And like some people are like looking at you, clearly having spotted what you're doing, and are just like, what? What? Did you want to have a conversation? Like some people are like, well, I've never talked to an Ichtikri before. Oh no, you're leaving already. Okay, like there's just more general confusion right now than like fear. I mean, you've contributed slightly. All right, so now we come to our conversationalist, Aramesh. So you have the option of like progressing things. So how this is gonna work is for each of your allies that succeeded, which is Kivan and LNA, you're gonna get +2. Barak didn't succeed quite as much, so only gives you a +1. So you're gonna get a +5 bonus to a diplomacy check to basically carry on through and start like making the way to open up access to the data pad. And this is kind of being opposed by your foe, Royce. Okay. So go ahead and give me that diplomacy check.
Sure. That is let's see, 24 plus 5, so 29 total.
Okay, 29, absolutely. So, with a 29, you are telling you're actually getting like well ahead. You're ahead of Royce in the game. In fact, you're feeling very confident that given what all of your allies have provided you and like the distractions that are going on and the overlay that you've got from LNA and like the skitter coin stalks falling on the wall, you have a perfect beeline to this Lashunta, to Brom Lancaster, to just walk right past Royce and start engaging in conversation.
Yeah, so while he's distracted, then that's exactly what I'll do. Just head right on over.
Yeah, and you see, like, you can hear Royce, like, turn away, and, like, there's this break in his, like, his very awkward accent, which is like, oh no, my skitter coin, oh no! As you, like, walk on past him and get to the bar, and, like, the Lashunta man who's standing there, the sort of head of security, looks up at you, tumbler in hand, and is like, oh, hello there, are you new here?
Oh yes, we are very new. You're head of security, are you not?
That's right, Brom Lancaster. You're very brazen. Take a seat. What do you have to drink?
Oh, we don't drink. Or eat. At least, micro. Don't worry about it. We're fine.
Order this man a, Ukalam Sunrise, please. Colony.
All right.
Order this colony. There we are.
And, like, the android bartender kind of nods and, like, begins, like, shaking up a drink. All right, so the rest of you have now seen the fruits of your actions. That, like, you have managed to get Aramesh to the head of security. Now, of course, there's the matter of distracting him enough that you can get this data pad. So each of you can once again take any action of your choice to support your ally. So we're going to kind of just go through this again, except this time I'm going to start picking on Diana, and then we'll spruce up the order a bit. And then at the end, we'll do Aramesh again to see how Aramesh is sort of moving things ahead with all of your help. So at this point, LNA, you've seen Aramesh like move ahead. You kind of have the ability to support. How would you like to support him now that he has like reached the head of security here?
So picking him as I'm his drone. I'm going to follow along with him as if I'm protecting him. And at some point when Aramesh is distracting him, I will be the one to pickpocket for him.
Okay.
That's what I do best.
So you know right now you're not, like, you would know from your training, you do not have the ability to pickpocket yet. Yeah.
Right.
So, but you're setting yourself up. So what skill would you like to use to do?
Oh, okay. To set myself up, I guess I can use stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Kind of looking looking innocuous. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That is a 7 plus 15. So 20. Nope. What's math? 7 plus 15. Someone.
22.
Thank you.
22. You got it. It's okay. It's okay. They're just rocks that have numbers on them in the end. You're good. So you like innocuously follow Aramesh to the destination. Like, until your weapons are all out and you're doing your thing, you kind of do have a bit of like a non-threatening look to you. So you do just sort of remain hidden at his side, which sets you up perfectly to maybe make a little theft attempt in the future.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Let's head on over to Michelle. So Barak has now been like poking people all throughout the area. This Ijtikri tentacles. Everyone's kind of like now noticed you and just like, oh, there's an Ijtikri here. It wanted my attention, but then it walked off. But now you've seen that Aramesh has sat down with the head of security. What exactly are you wanting to do to assist him now?
How many other security guards are around the Brom Lancaster? Was it just the one main guy?
Yeah, so there's 6 security guards. Again, more of those noir, like, big bovine fellows. Yeah, there's 6. They're kind of, like, giving him, like, the half circle around the bar. But thanks to your efforts, you'd sort of managed to dive right on in. Or Aramesh had managed to dive right on in and be able to get seated next to him. So you would know now that the threats might be, like, Royce might try to, like, move back and continue conversing. You may want to distract the guards so they aren't as, like, perceptive to LNA, maybe going and grabbing the data pad. You got some options here, so...
Yeah, I know what I'll do. Now that Royce is sort of, like, not in the direct path of Brahm, I'd like to keep Royce's attention. And I don't know what skill this is, but because I do not have any kind of charisma or anything like that. But I might like to try to introduce myself to Royce as a cool new friend he might like to do arm wrestling with. This is my idea.
Okay. So you're approaching this utter like douche. And trying to like be friends with him. This is the plan. Okay, I am going to be very, very open with this. I would like you to tell me what skill you think would be appropriate for being friends. And I'm
like
very open
just
to
like any skill in existence.
Any
that I do
skill
not
on your
have.
character sheet. You know what? Even
All right.
ones you have. Like if you can be like, I want to use survival to talk about my folksy knowledge of like the wilds. Like that's fine. Just whatever you want.
Absolutely, I will befriend him using a show of strength with athletics because, like I said, every good criminal loves a good arm wrestle.
Absolutely. Okay.
I'm gonna start an arm wrestling competition in this hall, starting with him and me, and everyone else in this room at some point, if I do well on this roll.
Heck yeah, athletics. Please. Do it up.
Hey, that is a 28.
Oh.
So, you come up to Royce and his, like, other criminal baddies, and, like, do you just, like go to one of the free tables and put, like, one of your gloved tentacles down and, like, this, challenging gesture of wrestle me?
I'll do that, so...
And
flashback. I am whatever in Starfinder is researching on the internet that's not Google, ways, like, things that are, like, cool, evil men, things that evil people love to do. One of them is arm wrestling, so I Googled it at some point, and
yes.
What I think I should be doing is what I'm doing right now, which is, and now, I have come to announce that I am here to challenge the strongest, most cunning in the room with my biceps, and you, sir, are my first challenge, and if you turn me down, that means you're the weakest. I read that somewhere, so it must be true. And I'm pointing at Royce.
And like the bead of sweat is now coming down Royce's face as he's like looking to see Aramesh now schmoozing with the security chief, but then looks at you who's got like the wriggling hand, and he's like,
I can't show weakness in front of my men. I can't.
And he like quickly like seats himself down in front of you. All right. And like I roll a natural 1, so you just destroy him. Like this isn't even a competition. Like you just like there's like the cracking of like the back of his like knuckles as you smash him into the table. It's like, oh my hand, which has also doubled to be a distraction in the car as like everyone is now like giving you nods of respect as you have not only like delayed this man but like kind of brutalized him. All right, so as all that is going on, Kivan.
Well, looks like Royce is pretty well distracted. And he'll send a good job, comrades, in, if they're within 30 feet, which I'm sure they are in this car.
Oh, yes.
I take a look around and, we've gotta talk to Brahm, or we have to distract Brahm as well, correct? So I assume that I see, see Elena kind of like positioning for a stealth strike. So I think what I'm going to do this time is instead of using computers, I am going to go over to Brahm and try to distract him by just talking to him. that thing you said about kind of just blathering on about some kind of random technical or scientific topic to bore him to distraction.
Oh, you have a really high physical science that I'm sure
I
could
do.
tell him all about
Yes.
rocks. Yes, please give me that check.
Of course. Let's see. It's a plus. Oh, I only rolled a 4 though, so it's an 18 physical
All right,
science check.
so this big bear with glasses comes striding up, and the noir guards
Sunglasses.
are like, yeah, like, and of course, there's like some of the noir are also distracted watching Barat just utterly destroy Royce in the arm wrestling. So you manage to like muscle your way in, and like Aramesh and Brahm are sitting at the bar together, and there's just this looming shadow of this immense bear. And then what geology-based nerd stuff do you start talking about? As they both turn and see you looming.
Is he enjoying a drink as well? Didn't you say?
Well, Aramesh has had a drink purchased for him, which
Right.
is standing in front of them on the bar. But we haven't quite got into the physics of how swarms drink alcoholic beverages.
Unfortunately, it's a very important topic. Well, you see, many of these liqueurs and wines that you can purchase here actually rely quite a lot upon the soil and the mineral content of said soil that they're grown in. And so then Kevin will rattle off all of this geological information that he knows relating to tasting notes of various alcoholic beverages in a completely inane way. And you'll see often the granite, it adds a note of...
I should take this opportunity to mention that Jenny is a trained sommelier, and this knowledge is his dark powers that she brings to these games. All right, so all of those are terrifyingly successful. And like Royce is cradling his arm, like unable to even get over to Brahm. Aramesh, you now have Brahm kind of in the palm of your hands. All of your allies have set you up perfectly for this conversationalist moment. You can give me a diplomacy check now with a +6 bonus, because all of your allies have done so well, and you can sort of lead the conversation how you would like.
Well, I'm gonna need all that. 22.
Okay, so you have a bit of a stumble in the conversation, but you're still progressing things, and that's really what matters here. How do you follow up as Kivan appears looming over you and talking about mineral content in,
I am not
drinks?
looming.
The problem now is that we have this drink, and we aren't really certain how... We don't like to consume around other organisms because they tend to find it rather disturbing, but not seeing a different way out and really wanting to capture Lancaster's attention, we take the glass and we put our right hand over it and just start dipping some of our constituents from the right digital alliance down into the liquid, and they start absorbing some of the liquid, and we start shifting so that no individual has to drink too much, and it's this whole thing where our armor just looks like it's constantly dripping and flowing into the glass and the liquid, and it just creates this really disturbing sort of visual, which is why as we're talking to Brahm, it's not going over so well, because it's just too weird.
Can you give me a fortitude save?
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd
God.
love to.
Yeah.
Not good. 8.
Good. So, the right constituency is now making some rash decisions, and there might be some future problems for the Democratic Republic of Aramesh. We'll see. We'll find out how this national evolution continues. But your right hand's got a bit on its own now.
Nice.
Okay, but you're still making progress. Brom hasn't noticed this ticking time bomb that is like a part of you that is now declaring independence and revolution, and all these sorts of things that happen when people have a lot to drink. Okay, so with all that being said, we're gonna come back to another round of trying to, like, you're so close. You feel like you're like maybe one equivalent point away from getting LNA that chance to make the theft. Now, I will even say that LNA, you're kind of like you're watching, you're looking for the opportune time to go in to grab the data pad and get out. So you can delay if you would like, and rather than giving a bonus at this point, you can just wait, because you know that if Aramesh and the others can provide enough of a distraction this round, you could jump in after they've gone to try to get it. So if you would like to wait,
yes,
absolutely. Okay, so setting the scene for everybody, we have Royce, who is like cradling his like bloodied knuckles from going through the table, like looking at Bharat, but also now looking over at Aramesh, and we have like Kavan, who's now like kind of closed the gap, making it difficult. And it's going to be up to Aramesh to sort of like cinch the distraction on Brahms so that LNA can go through. So let's go back to Bharat. And Bharat, how would you like to contribute? Don't worry about those specific skills. Just tell me how you want to contribute to maybe giving Aramesh more time or helping Aramesh distract.
I challenge everyone. I do basically the same thing, but because I have, now that I've defeated what everyone thought was the strongest person in the room, I now have to start arm wrestling the second strongest, the third strongest, the fourth strongest, and the fifth strongest. It's in the rules. I don't make them up. But I think second, third, and fourth, fifth strongest are the security guards. So I start going around them saying, it's a challenge, and I didn't make up these rules, but if you say no. And I'm doing that situation all over again.
I roll a 6 for their will save, so like they're like, oh hell yes, and they start like coming over and lining up. 3 of them move away, and like Royce is getting up to try to like go away, trying to stop Aramesh, like cradling his hand. There's some like blood coming off the back of it. He's looking over, but like can't get through because now there's these like 3 giant bovine men who are like lined up to arm wrestle you, and there's just this like essentially like log jam in the middle of the VIP car that makes it really difficult for Royce to move around in. And yeah, you've provided more of a distraction here. All right, Kavan, you are standing over Aramesh and the head of security. Mm-hmm. How would you like to further assist this situation?
Well, while I'm standing here, I will look down and just key some commands in, because now I have linked up with Terminal, with my data jack, and my own personal computer. So while this goes on, I think it is important to distribute the literature, the philosophical essays that I read that helped me realize that the syndicate controlling this planet is absolutely terrible for the people, for the environment. I am trying to change minds here, as well as successfully do our heist, train heist speed run any percent.
Okay.
I'm just like electronically sending out literature. I feel like this is still a computer's check, but
yeah, that's fine.
I could also make a culture check as well, if that's appropriate.
You know what? I'm gonna let you do computers here to start.
Thank you. A 25.
25. Okay, so even with culture, you do okay. All right, so like the distraction here, however, is like you're sending it out to everyone, and then Brahm sort of looks down and this is like gets the little pop-up on their infosphere, and he looks at you like, did you just send this? This is anti-syndicate propaganda.
No, comrade, you read it. It will change your life. Trust me.
Word. All right, Aramesh. You've now seen Kavan has maybe incited an incident here. How would you like to hop on in?
Jeez. Well, against most of our will, the right digital alliance moves over and forms a hand and places it on Brahm's shoulder. Most of us are looking on in horror as this internal rebellion takes place. So we rely.
They're trying to find allies.
We rely on what we know best, and those are the tenets of Bofo Zandarini, the main character from our very favorite show, Drift Riders. The character who, in fact, wears the very jacket we find ourselves in. And we say, we rely on our first law here in the Democratic Colony, which is, are you cool? Because we're all cool here, right?
And there's like this pause. Give me a diplomacy check. Give yourself +4 to this.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Much better than my previous. That is looking like a 32.
Whoa.
Ooh.
You're super cool.
And you're surprised. You're surprised as another alliance feels the impact of Brahm's free hand, which touches your shoulder city state. And there is a moment of, yes, we're cool, friend. As he locks eyes with you, and the cat pops up on my desk. And locks eyes with you, and LNA, you can tell that you have the opening.
Perfect. I'm gonna roll
Would you like
sleight
to
of
give
hand.
me
Yes.
Absolutely.
That is 16 plus 11. 27.
As this strange embrace between Spathane and Pashunta occurs, your one of your spider appendages zips up, yes, and just yoink, and retracts, and none of the security guards see this. Yeah, none of the security guards see this because they are all too busy engaged in desperate arm wrestling bouts with Bharat, each of them losing in sequence, as Bharat is the arm wrestling champion. And with that, you have the data pad. And so Aramesh, with this, you can tell that you have the ability now to excuse yourself from this social situation.
You're right. We are cool here.
Yes.
And then, like all cool dudes do, I just straighten my jacket, pull away from the bar, and we'll walk off into the sunset, or then wherever away is.
The next car, which all of you, there's that montage moment again of all of you standing up. The music starts picking up, and you have the proud walk out of the car. We see Royce still cradling his hands, now rushing up to Brahm to sit beside Brahm, desperate to carry on this conversation that they were having. All of you saunter out. The camera has us pan as you walk out into the darkness of the cars beyond. And then Brahm turns to look at Royce, looks back as Aramesh just takes one last look, nods, and walks out of the car. Brahm looks to Royce. By the gods, who was that colony? They were the coolest. And with that, I think we will cut and take a break, and then we will come back and see if we can get this artifact now that we have the codes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you in a bit.
See ya.
Going somewhere?
I was just looking for you.
How lucky for you, then. It's quite a big price on your head.
Is money really worth all this?
It's not about the credits. I've been looking forward to this for a long time.
I bet you have.
You're not getting the drop on the villains with sounds like that. Your game needs Sirenscape. The Sirenscape online player has a huge library of epic sounds for any situation. Whether your players are cruising across the galaxy or blasting bounty hunters, Sirenscape brings the game to life. Epic games need epic sound. Go to Sirenscape.com to get started today.
On the southern coast of Starstone Isle, not far from the town of Otari, the Gauntlet stands shrouded by cloying mists atop a centuries-old ruin in the Fogfin Swamp. Now, a pallid new light glows from within the ancient edifice, beckoning novice explorers to delve deep into the marsh to discover the truth behind the awakened radiance. The town elders of Otari say that the old lighthouse has been abandoned for ages, that the swamp itself holds little danger to the town. The town elders are wrong. Into the Mega Dungeon, the all-new Abomination Vault's adventure path for the Pathfinder role-playing game peels back layer after layer of mystery, intrigue, and terror in a 3-volume campaign of dungeon exploration and thrilling discovery, designed especially with new players in mind. The priceless plunder of long centuries awaits those bold enough to enter the sprawling Abomination Vaults, but claiming it requires facing off against a horde of hideous monsters, deadly traps, and vengeful ghosts with long memories and inhuman hungers. The Abomination Vault's adventure path works with the Pathfinder Beginner Box or Pathfinder Core Rulebook and is your perfect gateway to thrilling adventure 500 years in the making.
The games we play are the stories we create. The fortress doors swing open,
Every story is unique.
and the sound of war drums rises.
Sometimes our stories come to us when we least expect them. We need to be ready no matter where inspiration strikes. And sometimes our stories are told over great distances. No matter where your journey leads you or how your story is told. The games we play are the stories we create. Sirenscape can help make yours epic.
Sirenscape is searchable, fast, and customizable from any device with no need to pre-install any sound. Adding epic atmosphere to your game has never been easier.
The Ruby Phoenix Tournament, the world's greatest martial arts contest, held in honor of the legendary sorcerer Hao Jin, the Ruby Phoenix. The final team standing in this once-per-decade contest wins a grand prize, their choice of a single item from Hao Jin's magnificent vault of treasures. This year, Hao Jin herself will preside as the grand judge. But to receive the honor of just even meeting the Ruby Phoenix, the contestants must first prove their mettle and strength in the untamed jungles of Danger Island. Only the 8 greatest teams will proceed to the metropolis of Goka to compete for the title of Ruby Phoenix Champions during a year that promises to be unlike any other. Countless untold mysteries await the challengers. Will it be mysterious scoundrels like the Lightkeepers? Brave friends such as Tino's Toughest? Or will it be your team of adventuring heroes to claim the Sorcerer's Prize? Let the games begin with the Fists of the Ruby Phoenix Adventure Path.
Welcome to New Harmony. This recently discovered planet in the vast, currently devoid of intelligent life, has been designated as a settlement site. And with the generous backing from the likes of the Aspith Consortium, the Starfinder Society, the Xeno Wardens, and the Viscarium, that's where you come in. As administrators of your very own land charter, it'll be your responsibility to explore the lush, fertile landscape, catalog the various forms of flora and fauna, construct projects that ensure the health, safety, and prosperity of your citizens, negotiate with leaders of other charters for the benefit of all, uncover ancient ruins, and solve a mystery millennia in the making. In the end, the world of New Harmony is yours, should you survive. Risings of the Vast is a Kingmaker and space-style adventure path for 1st to 12th level characters.
We're back. Hi, everybody. We've got intense music. We've got a data pad that has a whole bunch of important information on it that's gonna let our intrepid band of thieves abscond with the mysterious artifact. So let us jump right back in to this great Grav-Train Robbery. And welcome back all of our players as we carry on. So yes, having just completed an encounter with Brom Lancaster, the chief of security on board the Grav-Train, you've managed to acquire yourselves the necessary data pad. Now, with all of this information, you have made your way to the location of the artifact that you are here to skillfully acquire, because thieving is such a, loaded term. You are heading, or you are following along through the train to cargo car 67C. You exit in, or you enter in through one of the doorways. I am going to switch us to a fine map of the interior of this cargo car. I know, fancy. So on that sweet roll 20 action here. Thank you to roll 20. So you've entered into this area, and you can tell that there are numerous things stacked here, all sorts of like cargo stacked up and put into different areas. You can see that there's a large crane that's set up here. You can tell that it's some sort of like gravity-based like crane for picking up objects. You can see that there are storage compartments to both the north and the south of you. Immediately to your right, upon entering this cargo train, you can see that there is a console here that has like digital access points. You can see a tarped over crate close by, another one further in, some smaller crates off into the distance, all stacked on each other, heavy crates here. So you've all like you've had your I suppose your montage saunter into this area. You have now come in, like the door closes behind you. There's probably just that like exasperated sigh from all of you, like, oh gosh, we've done it, as you've entered into here alone in the cargo compartment with the data pad you need to open. However, you do also need to find which one of these cargo items contains your artifact. So I'm going to hand it over to you exactly how you would like to proceed here. And we'll once again pick on Aramesh because you're the leader of the outfit. Aramesh, please take us away.
So we put down the rebellion in our right side and round up all the constituents and move them internal and do like a shift change. So that now that all of my extremities are no longer drunk. And then Elena, most of us are confident that you would have no problem cracking into that data pad, but perhaps you should hand it to Kevin, and Kevin can take a look and see if we can narrow down where this piece is that we're looking for.
Of course, I can always assist if they need it. And then I'll press a button, and compartment out comes the data pad, and I hand it over.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, comrade. Yes, I would love your assistance as well. It would not hurt. So then, Kevin is going to go into using the data pad and try to crack this baby using the codes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So that is computers check.
Yeah.
Pretty much what I've been rolling. Okay, 12 plus 16, it is a 28.
Almost like you were brought into this gang in order to do the computering. Yeah, so with that, you're able to check
and I shall do it.
You're able to check the data pad, and as you check the data pad, you can tell that the cargo you are looking for is actually located at the bottom of a pile of 3 crates at this particular far end of the area. Now, that being said, there are crates on top of it, and in order to access it, you'll need to remove those crates, which will require the use of the crane.
Oh,
I see.
Now, you can activate the crane. That would be an engineering check to make the necessary adjustments through the computer, which you've already got access to. But you could tell you would need to actually open the ceiling blast doors here and lift up the crane and have it move, because these cranes are intended to be used when the cargo car is at a full stop. But safety to the wind here, you're doing a heist, so you can open these doors right now, and while the train is going along, you can use that crane to pick up the other boxes. And
let's hope there's no tunnels.
why would you say that? Why? Why would you even suggest that would happen?
Now. All right, well, I think we should open ceiling blast doors, and I will control crane like the mini model kits I've made that were electronically controlled. I will pretend it's like that. No pressure.
Perhaps we can also have someone look outside in case we go through a tunnel.
That is good idea. Elena, you are good at climbing.
Of course, I shall hang from the ceiling. And I'll just scurry up.
So I should describe what will happen here is basically, and you can kind of see it because there's a break in the ceiling here. You can tell that what will happen, and you've probably researched this before doing this mission. I mean, I would assume, right? The ceiling will split in two. It will pull back to either side, and then actually kind of form like a second like wall along the sides. So it'll like basically retract back and then fall down. So it'll be completely open to the sky. So you can climb up to the ceiling, but then you might like need to stay on like the side walls to like peek over. So
yes, I'll be on the lookout. I'll do that.
Cool. Okay, so you're going to operate the crane, Kavan. Elena, you're going to like climb up to the sort of side roof here. Barat, how are you wanting to assist with this? There's still the matter of like going and like actually acquiring the object.
Yeah, I'll do that thing. So I will make my way over there and investigate the area to see if I can go get it.
Okay, so you're just gonna kind of like walk past everything and.
Yeah.
Okay. Elena moving there. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, wherever the windows are.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so Barat, I'm gonna actually move you back.
Okay. Oh God, something's gonna happen. I'll throw myself.
Yeah, you're gonna get to there. Kavan, you're gonna stay right there. So Barat, you're gonna move up to around there. But as that's going on, I want to ask Aramesh as well. Aramesh, how are you proceeding in this situation? It seems like Barat's going to acquire the artifact, and now you've got some decisions to make where you want to be.
Sure, we're assuming that they can handle the crane and the stuff. So I'm really, we're just keeping an eye out back the way we came to make sure that we aren't being followed and that we don't have any issues with security or anything like that. So we're just keeping an eye out.
Okay, so like, are you right at the door and the door's open
right
to
at
the
door.
adjacent? Okay. So all of this setup is happening. Elena, you're like crawling along the wall. Kevin, you're getting ready for Barat to come into position. Barat, you're like moving around the crane, so you're kind of like walking up here, going like this, going down, coming here, and then you're like, okay, let's come up. But as soon as you reach roughly this range, I'm gonna get you to make me a perception check.
I have perception. Okay, that's not bad.
It's a skill.
27. Sorry, math.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna move you back here because with that you're gonna see as you're like moving up this way, you see something moving in this box. Like this big box right here, there is some kind of movement inside it. It looks like shadows stirring. It's got a tarp over it. It's really difficult to see in, but...
I don't know if we all have communication devices or some sort of like earpiece situation going on, but
Oh yeah, absolutely. You're badass.
Maybe I'll do
totally...
that. Or just my hand signals my main hands.
And you have Psychic Bear too, so...
Oh yeah, it's like Bear. We all go through that. The Bear to get everyone else. Hey y'all, just letting you know there's got some company under this tarp over here next to the crane. Maybe we should take care of that first before we move on. I mean, is it time to murder or not murder?
Wait, we shall first perceive what it is. Can I try looking from my angle if I can see anything from there?
Yeah, give me a perception check, Elena.
That is a 23.
You can see the stirrings of movement. If you want to see more, you'd have to like climb slightly closer to it. I know the GM offers you something, and you're like,
I'll get up close. I'm pretty beefy, so I feel like I can take a hit if it's a bad thing. If it be bad. I'll move right there.
So you go up to there, Barat, and as you do, like the tarp actually flies back as there is a massive impact, and you hear a bang as Well, something real big shows up inside of this crate, and it basically comes through, and you can see now that you're close, like the bottom of it is a crate, but the tarp itself has like bars, like it's a cage, and this serpentine creature that is huge in size, actually, as you come adjacent to it, like its mouth goes over a set of the bars and tries to chomp at you. And what is your armor class? Particularly your KAC is what I'm looking for.
Sorry, I got scared. Let me look. Armor class is 22. Unless we're in combat, and then it's 23.
Well, we are going to be in combat right now. But that is going to definitely hit you as like these teeth come biting into you. But as you like feel them like come out from the bars and like bash into you, you could tell it was like seconds away from like ripping off your top eye stalks. Which means I rolled a 19 and not a 20. But you will take 18 points of piercing damage as this thing crunches down on you, and you see this immense serpentine shape with like a strange set of eyes that you're oddly attracted to as you look at it. Like its eyes almost like have this texture of like like they have this strange cerebral quality to it, and there's lines and lines of teeth, and it has sort of these almost like pterodactyl wings coming out its sides with little like clawing appendage arms, but it's trapped inside the cage right now. That being said, I am going to get all of you fine folks to roll me some initiative.
But it's in a cage.
It isn't a cage for now. But Aramesh, I'm going to start with you. What did you get for initiative?
16.
Perfect. LNA, what did you get?
13. Not great.
Awesome. Kavan.
Well, I have you beat, comrade, because I had 5.
Oh,
hey. This is not.
That's because you're all the way back there. You're all the way back there.
Yeah, you're worried about the pooters. Barat.
8. So I'm only a little bit better than Kevin.
Oh no!
Oh my god! It's bad initiative.
BBK. All right.
No. Don't
say Aramesh, you get to go first, and like as you Barat, do you let out some kind of like shout, scream, word of warning as you are bitten into by this thing?
Oh, it is a big giant thing that did bite me, so we do have to kill it now. Is what I yell.
And as you say that in like the most just like dead delivery, that's like when the door on the back of the next car opens, and Aramesh, you can see Royce is coming, like striding confidently down the other way, like train car towards you.
Oh no!
Ooh, maybe we let me
So Aramesh, you get to go first.
Aramesh.
He's putting the
see
token
Royce
beside you, but he's further away.
Sure. We know that Royce is coming, but we know that something much bigger is a more immediate threat. So as much as we would like to simply shoot Royce to death, we instead draw our Corona laser pistol, move a little deeper into the room. That's pretty much all we can get. But as we're going, we'll shout to Barat, like, "Don't worry, we're all fairly certain that this is going to turn out okay for you."
Yeah, and you haven't seen this thing yet, by the way. You're advancing Aramesh, but you've not seen this thing at all. Okay, so LNA, you still have the tarp between you and this creature. Again, you would still have to go down a bit to like see it properly. But you can see that something has come out of the bars and attacked your friend. What are you going to do?
Is there any way to... I want to stealth down that he can't see me, so I can aim shots at him.
Okay, so like, stealthing maybe underneath the crane, like here sort of thing, like skittering in that little area between. Yeah, like this is a small area between, so.
Okay, let me roll a stealth check.
I will roll an opposed perception check.
That's a 17 on die plus 15. That's a lot of math, so.
Okay, so 32, so that's going to beat my 23. So you are stealth. So are you wanting to attack this thing? Is that your plan, like sneak down and attack this thing?
I'm gonna wait and see what everyone else does first, because I don't think I saw from my point of view what happened to Barat.
Okay.
Or did I?
So you come down. No. Well, you saw that like something like came out of the tarp. Like you saw the tarp sort of move around, and then like you heard Barat give a semi-impassioned plea of "Oh no," as something like bit into.
I did get bit.
So you know that they were bit.
Okay. So
but you come down and you can see this thing. Now you see the same thing again. This large serpentine creature, sort of strange, like brain matter textured eyes. Something in the eyes really disorients you. But like you can wait there. It hasn't seen you yet.
So I'm gonna wait.
Okay, yeah, absolutely perfect. So it has not detected you. You are basically still invisible. All right, this big thing is gonna go, and in its like continued rage, it is going to once again, Barat, try to bite you. I'm sorry, friend.
Okay.
It's okay.
If only I had a turn first, I would have more AC. Go on.
I know. Well, I'm only gonna roll a 20 against your KAC.
Cool.
Does that hit? That hit?
No,
it fails. Yeah. So you're like startled enough to sort of like pull back as this thing like attempts to bite you again. It's kind of like rams most of its head into the bars and recoils back like a little bit of pain. That's its action. Barat, we now come to you. However, I'm sorry, my friend. I need you to give me a fortitude save at the start of your round.
What am I having to do? All sorts of extra stuff. Oh, that's pretty good though. Let's see. What's my fortitude? It is. Let's see. I'm trying to find it. Math, and that is a 16 total. Or no, 26 total. Sorry, lost the one.
Okay. No, with that, you're able to like you kind of have this moment of and staring at the disconcerting eyes on this thing. You give your head a good shake. You sort of pull back. You feel like something might have affected you, but it hasn't. What would you like?
I quickly yell over the comms or telepathy or whatever. Hey, if y'all, when you come over here to look at this demon, actually don't look at it in the eyes. It's got some sort of like, I don't know, hypnosis situation going on. And also, it's still technically in a cage. I'm wondering if I can just walk on past. Give me a minute. I'll test this out. I'm gonna just like do. Oh, I don't want to waste my actions. I want to see if when I move, it can still get me if I just go like here.
Okay. So like you don't have to like test this out because you're in the situation you can see. You can tell that it has basically like the equivalent of 10 feet of reach. So it's going to get 2 squares around it. But the crate you need to get is 3 squares away. So you can just like move up to this crate and be out of its reach.
Yeah.
However, if you do that, you're going to bite one more attack of opportunity.
Now we're good. Okay. All right, everyone. You know what? Just like don't. Let's not touch it. Just don't touch it. Stay 10 feet away from it. We'll be all good. I'm gonna move. When I move,
as LNA has come down.
Yeah, I did not listen. This is new information. I have a question about the order of things. Does it get its reaction first, or can I, when I move, activate my purple force field armor? It says I can activate it when I move. Or does it technically happen after I move?
So the reaction technically would happen like you as part of the move. So like you're moving the first little bit, so it's on. It's turned on. So yeah, you're good.
Yay! Bite me, buddy.
But it will try to bite you.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm good. I'm doing okay.
Okay. How about a 29 to hit you?
Oh yeah, that hits. That's real high.
But I don't roll great. I only do 12 points of piercing damage to you.
Oh, just 12.
Okay.
As
Only.
like this thing again like continues to like recoil back, bash out, recoil back, bash out, crunches you in the side of the leg just as you, or well, tentacle, as you are like making your last little like rush away. But you're now in front of the cargo that you need. The only problem is that the crane hasn't been activated.
Oh, that's amazing. I just go back on.
Wait, you still have a standard action, so.
Yeah, I do just quickly. Oh, yeah, LNA, I will need to get you or somebody or whoever's in charge of the crane to get that crane going. Okay, and then I turn off comms. The bite would have, my purple force field would have absorbed 5 points of that biting damage, not all of it, so it's recharging now. And for my action, we know that this crate is too big to be picked up. It's too heavy to be picked up. Is that correct? We are like by looking at it.
Yeah, that's why you want
like,
the crane to.
Yeah, the crane. Okay.
You could try it. Like you could certainly try it, but it would be a really hard check for strength.
How hard is it? I mean, I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold my action instead. If I can. Sorry, I've got like 3 things. I'm gonna just.
No, you're good.
Use my action to chill, and I am gonna just wait until either more of my party comes over or danger, unless someone starts fighting, basically.
Might I make a suggestion?
Yes, please.
Would you
do.
like
Help me out
to
here.
manifest your shield? Because you've
Oh,
got
I
a
forgot
cool
about my
shield
shield.
you could
Hey,
manifest.
yes. So that is a whole action. Okay, I manifest my entropy shield. Now I got double trouble going on.
Bam! Like a shield of entropic energy pops up into being. Like, in fact, you probably did that as you like were moved, like prior to moving. Of course, it doesn't matter because this thing rolled so high. But you got a cool shield now. It's ready. You're awesome. Okay, so that was Barat. This brings us to Kavan. Kavan, your ally has sort of like rushed across, made their way to the crate. What are you doing at this point?
So many spells I could use, but they are too far away. Okay, you said earlier that we had a visitor in the car. Is that correct? That he walked in from the other, like, opposite side?
Royce is coming from the opposite car. So Aramesh has seen Royce. Royce is like making a beeline towards you. You have this like large creature that you currently can't see from where you are, but you saw like it lashed out towards Barat, bit Barat a few times. But Barat has now indicated that they're like outside of this thing's reach and are by the crates here that are ready for pickup. And someone, mainly potentially you, would have to activate this crane.
All right. So what I'll start out by doing is I'll move up. Moving up, and I will then... can't get close enough. I will activate the crane.
Okay. So activating the crane in this circumstance. So just for the record, like you were by the console. I assume you've like hardwired in with your data jack, so you're not like having to like be by it the whole combat, because that would be silly. You start like activating. You can give me a computers or engineering check, your choice. Gee, I wonder what the computer bear is gonna pick to activate.
I am quite skilled in engineering, but computers is better by far. So, that's a 17. Oh, sorry, a 19, because I drank my kvass earlier. It's a 19.
Oh, you did drink your kvass earlier.
I get bonus.
You get enhancement bonus. All right. Yeah. Well, with the enhancement bonus, surprise, surprise, the crane begins to activate. And like, LNA, you're underneath the crane now, so you're seeing it kind of rise up, and you're seeing the doors like the ceiling retract open. The ceiling is now this like big free open ceiling, and the crane moves over. It adjusts from its current position, essentially like going over like this here. I know my great drawing style. It moves over here and begins picking up the box, which it moves the first box over, and it actually grabs the top two, because Kavan, you're able to like program it. It grabs the top 2 crates, moves them over, stacking them back behind.
I'm still good at claw machine.
And like as you shout this out, Claw Machine moves crates. Barat, you now have the crate with the artifact in front of you. You just have to open the crate now. That's the end of our first round of combat. However, we start our second round with something unexpected.
Uh-oh.
Something flies overhead. It's an entercopter, but it is not your entercopter. And from the back of it, it's open much in the same way yours was during your descent. You can see 4 individuals ready to jump down, all of which are wielding weapons, and there appears to be some kind of turret-mounted gun on the back of this entercopter. And as you spot this, because the ceiling is now open, Aramesh, you see that Royce is frantically talking on his personal comm. And you immediately know that this reprehensible person is trying to out-heist your heist.
Ooh.
And so with that, we have several figures drop down into the area, repelling in. This is their full action, but they basically all hop down, landing in different areas within the train car now. For reference, each of these individuals is armed rather notably with some basic equipment that like gives them the appearance of like sort of piratical folks. They're armed with like tactical pistols and some rifles as well. They've now hopped down and have like established themselves. Aramesh, you've seen all this happen. What are you going to do now?
Well, I am going to see all of this happen, and I am going to reach down at my belt and grab onto a grenade. And I'm going to toss it right between the 2 thugs who just dropped down. At that end of the car.
I got you.
Say, oh, here, hold on to this for me, and just toss the grenade over at them, right in between them.
Absolutely.
So to hit, that is a leaner. To hit the intended square, we're looking at a 20. So I think we got it there.
Hit.
We
What's
just
the,
need a
DC
reflex save. We got a DC 12 reflex save from each of them.
Oh, I do not do well. Can you roll me damage on that, please?
I can. 3 points of damage, and I believe with the fail, they're going to be burning.
Burn, baby, burn.
These are incendiary grenades. So, three points of initial fire damage, and then they are both on fire.
These 2 drop down, all confident, and then you suddenly start hearing this, I'm burning, as they have, like, now caught on fire after you have delivered them a grenade. That was your standard action. What would you like to do
now? For my movement, I'll actually just move deeper into the room. I'm gonna try to get myself a little bit of cover, based is this like a little like booth or wall or whatever on the south side of the train?
Those are all like storage containers, basically.
So I'll basically get cover from those 2, although definitely exposing myself to some of the other ones. But hey, we do what we can.
Absolutely. Okay, perfect. LNA, you are up. However, LNA, my friendly robotic friend, I require you to give me a fortitude save.
All right. Natural 20 plus.
Okay.
Remind me, fortitude is Constitution.
So it'll be fort on your character sheet, so that'll all be built in. But a natural 20 it won't matter because you are going to auto pass with a nat 20.
Oh, there it is.
And you are going to greet the eyes of the immense eel-like creature, but just sort of like shake your circuitry and not be attracted to it. Now you can take a regular action. What would you like to do?
So the creature has seen me.
It has seen you. No. Sorry, it hasn't seen you. You were just looking at it. It hasn't noticed you yet. You've just stared into its eyes and sort of had a moment. It has a gaze attack.
Okay, so then I'm going to do my trick attack on this dude right here that I'm picking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so let me
So
roll.
you can move and then make your skill check.
Can I do it range?
Yeah, but you can also
my pistol?
move and then do it as well. So, like, this is a whole thing you get to do. You can move, make an attack, and make the trick as part of that. So,
I'm going
if you'd like to move
move
anywhere near.
No, let me stay hidden.
Not
I want to stay
required,
hidden.
though. Yeah,
Yeah. I want to stay hidden. Let me stay hidden so that the monster doesn't see me either. Okay, here we go. That's a 6 plus my stealth. 15, so 21.
Oh yeah, you're definitely tricking this guy.
Great. So it's D6. Oh, that's 6 on the die. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plus my 8. Someone can help me with math real quick. So that's 9 plus 6.
So
plus
15.
2.
15.
Plus 4.
17, 18, 19, 20,
21.
Thank you, guys.
So there is like a moment where you like look up, see this fellow, and you just immediately. This was the one you were striking, right? Right south of you.
Yes.
There is like this moment where you line up the perfect shot, take it, and just as this person lands, you utterly defeat them, and they fall down into a crumpled mass as your pistol just bam, one shot.
Perfect.
Yeah. One shot, one kill. With that, however, someone has now rushed up to the back of the Entercopter and is preparing some sort of like turret-mounted weapon and spooling it up.
Oh, that's right.
The eel begins bashing at its restraints, but the cage simply shakes around. Without much breaking there. Barat, you are up. You now have the crate in front of you with the object, but there is one of these individuals who's dropped down beside you with a pistol at the ready pointed at you. And he looks at you and is like, "That's yours, that is."
I feel like I could just get the thing and take the hit, or I can go and kill this guy. Tricky. Remind me, is it a full action to take a healing potion, or is that considered like an extra bonusy thing?
It is an action to do. So
it is an action? Okay.
If you want to off one, yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna live forever. I'll be fine. I'm gonna move here.
That's right.
I'm gonna activate, I'm gonna use an entropy point to enhance my entropic strike, rather. So let's roll a hit. This guy.
Can I ask a dangerous question? Oh no. Okay, yeah.
Dangerous.
No, you're good. You're good. What'd you get? What'd you get? No. Never mind my question. What? No. It's fine. What'd you roll?
Okay, it's fine. It's not dangerous.
23.
23 will hit. Roll me damage.
Oh, I like it. Okay, so that's 2d6 plus an extra 1d4 because of my little special thing.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 10, 11, 12 total.
Yeah, you smash into this guy. He kind of recoils back a bit, like coughing. He looks pretty messed up from that. Not quite down. Pretty messed up.
My entropic strike, just so you know, it looks like the air compresses around his head and just starts crushing it. That's what my thing does. It's real cool.
Is it like all your tentacles like up in the air, just like? Meh?
Yeah, it's a squeeze. It's a little hug. Hug of death.
That's the most horrifying squid hug I've ever heard of. All right, Kavan, you're up next.
All right, I think that I will use oldest trick in the book, and what I would like to do is turn around to these two that are in the kind of to the rear of the car, and I want to cast Grease. I don't know if I can ping this, but it's the 10-foot square area right in front of, like, it's Essentially, it's to the west of me, basically blocking their access. Can I ping on this? I don't remember
that?
how. Yes, thank you. That's exactly where I want to put it. Yes, and then I'm going to take a guarded step.
Yeah, so you
towards the crane.
toss out some magical grease on the floor, and then just sort of like step on back towards your allies. Perfect. Okay. Now we get some piratey fellows who are gonna go. Now we're gonna see how this all goes because one of them is quite dead. However, we got a few others, so this one's going to go to there. Except then they're gonna make a. They're gonna fall down, so that's not good. Yes. And then I'm gonna roll. Oh. And then they're on fire, so they have now fallen and are taking fire damage. That's cool.
Yes. They're deep fried.
This other one is going to advance. Also fail. Also take fire damage as the fire doesn't go out. So now these two have now fallen into grease and are on fire. And are prone in the grease, well on fire. That's certainly a thing that has happened. Shoot. Okay.
I have a note about this guy over here. I forgot to tell you that I actually did 10 more damage than I said, because I forgot that my entropic strike was plus 10 with all that stuff. I did not say that. So whatever it was, plus 10, sorry.
The slight delay of your crushing damage crushes his skull entirely and ends his existence with a disturbing splat sound as he falls down. That's great. All my options are gone. Well,
all right.
No, I've still got an option, but
you still have Royce.
I've still got Royce. He's coming. In fact, he will now pop in and be like. He comes in with like a confident swagger, not even noticing what's going on. Like, Aramesh, you see, what the hell? And his voice again like loses his terrible accent as he sees his men like floundering on the floor on fire, and is quite disturbed by what he is now seeing. All right, that is perfect. Aramesh, you are now up. You may go. What would you like?
Seeing Royce step into the room, I'll peek around the corner and say, "Oh, good to see you again." Which is all a setup for my clever feint. As I make a bluff check, raising my pistol in an attempt to shoot him unawares.
Absolutely.
The bluff check is a 23.
That will bluff him.
Nice. And then the attack roll. Not bad at all. We're looking at a 19 against EAC.
That will hit. That will hit him.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Sending a jet of fire right at his face. We're like, pretty bad damage though. 5 points of damage. And he is flat-footed against all attacks from my allies.
Ooh, very good. He like recoils back like, as his like suit, the front of it begins to crisp. No, do you know how much I paid for this? No, and seems like quite perturbed that he has also been set on fire, but it's also really worried about his nice suit that he has. All right, so that brings us to LNA. You are up. The eel has not taken note of you yet. So what would you like to do?
Hearing Royce's voice and how much I hate him, I'm going to stealth closer and aim a shot at him. So I'm gonna, if I move in the same square as Kavan, is that I can do it there.
So you could do that. The other thing you could do is you could also, you could like, cause you can climb, you could like climb on top of this box.
Yeah, can I do that?
Yeah, you could like scurry up on top of that box. Yeah, just like click, like coming between the boxes, and then get a clear line on Royce.
Yes, let me give you a stealth. Oh, that's a natural 20. Oh my gosh.
He is so worried about this suit. You have no idea. This is like Versite leather that he has put into a cloth somehow.
Yes.
And,
yes. Okay, I'm taking my shot. I want that mofo dead. 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 7 plus 8, 15, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Oh, there's like this like gaping wound that like impacts Royce, and like now he's not so much worried about his suit, but like he's worried about himself, and there's like coughing from him. He's like,
No, not like this.
And just seems like completely wounded by your strike. That being said, LNA, you are now kind of up top. You've stealthed to Royce. However, you've made yourself a bit of a target for the gunner on the intercopter that is currently above you. And that intercopter gunner is sort of like lowering down the artillery laser that they have.
Ooh.
Maybe we'll see. Only a 19 EAC.
No.
Oh, okay. So it like you hear this like whining as these bolts of laser energy smash on top of the crate beside you, but do not hit you.
Right.
As you kind of like do spider jumps back and forth to avoid them and like miss getting struck. Okay. I have to make a check. Okay, nope, the eel's not out. Barat, what are you going to do now, my friend?
Ooh, let the eels out. I'm gonna go to the package, to our goal and open it up. See if I can open up the crate to get what's inside. Is this a strength check or athletics?
No, so you've already opened it with the codes you had. So it just like, there's like that pneumatic hiss sound. There's like the and then it like pulls back open, and you can see that what you have is a crystalline cube covered with intricate runes, and it measures 2 feet on each edge and weighs like approximately 25 bulk, which makes it really massive and hard for any single person to carry. And like it's basically impossible for any one person to hold it.
But I have like 10 legs. Okay, that's fine. I just pointing out that
so you're seeing this, and like you've opened it and you've got access to it now, but you're like, how are we going to move this? This is like a massive thing. Do you relay this to your companions at all?
Yeah. Hey, our package is real bright and shiny, but it is enormous and heavy as hell, so I'm pretty sure that we are gonna need to either abscond with that helicopter or get this crane to throw it off the train somehow. I don't have a lot of good ideas, but those are them. Those are 2 solutions to our problem.
Amazing. That's what? Yeah, no, that's good. Like as you're like playing that brings us to Kavan.
If you responding. Well, I can help you out with that, actually, comrade. And I look towards LNA and Aramesh. Are you all right here? Do you need backup, or should I help with package?
Package is fine. I think we can handle this.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now I have to get past big eel, scary thing. So, oh gosh. So Kavan will will move, hoping this thing isn't going to attack him.
Okay.
So, he's moving past it, so...
Okay, is your goal to, like, get by Barat, though? Like, is your goal to get to Barat at the end of your movement?
Yes.
Okay, so you're, like,
I have
going, like,
movement,
to here and then to there kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay. It's still going to attack you because it's got a lot of reach.
Of course it is.
But I roll a 2, so that's not going to hit there. As it like continues to bite against and you just sort of like saunter on by, and then you get by
Nice
Barat. That's
try.
your move action, and like Barat is now, I assume, like dragged this thing out of the crate, but it's massive.
Am I able to touch it from where I'm at?
Absolutely.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can do something about this. You see, I've learned how to hack reality. It's a thing. So, Kevon will reach out and touch it and cast Shrink Object, which will. Yeah, it's almost like I.
That's a great use.
It is. It's perfect. So let's do. So basically, I can make it. Trying to remember the details. One moment. I have. Oh gosh, I have this as one of my Technomancer things.
Yeah, is it second level?
I believe it is second level. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so you can just shrink an object up to 40 bulk, and now
yeah,
it is
so
like basically.
25, so.
Yeah, it basically goes down to like 10 bulk, which is now a manageable, like very easy to move object. Like something that Barat could easily like carry now with their strength.
Here you go.
And it makes, of course, some kind of like video gamey sound effect, like as it like shrinks on down to a tiny size. Perfect. Okay, so that's Kavan. Gosh, let's roll some pirates here because they're still in fire and well, the first one stands up but then immediately falls back down again. These are great guys Royce has hired. And the other one manages to get up and move out, moving to there now. Aramesh, did you have a close combat weapon?
Not drawn, so.
Okay. So this one's gonna get up, but getting up takes an action and moving there takes an action, so And I'm gonna roll. Okay, the fire on the one out of the grease goes off, but the other one doesn't. Okay. Damage, cool. Royce has taken this blow and rushes into the storage closet and locks himself in while crying.
What?
Oh,
what? Sissy. No, buddy. Oh, my character hates him.
As they should. Then there is then there's like the entercopter seems to sway in the air slightly, and like you can hear muffled things from Royce, and like LNA, you're pretty sure you hear this. No, you don't go. And yeah, so with that being said, Aramesh, you're up. What would you like to do?
Sure. So seeing that we've got the upper hand and pretty confident that this is going to be and seeing that we have our target artifact in hand, just look at all of the remaining combatants and then address all of my compatriots and say, you know, we live by one important law. Be cool. But there's another law that I don't often talk about. Burn and churn, baby. And I'm going to spend one resolve point to effect get 'em in a 60-foot radius. Basically, all of you will get a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls against all targets in a 60-foot radius. So basically, everybody in this car, pick and choose +1 bonus to attack and damage. That is my move action. And then as a standard action, I will shoot the guy who is no longer on fire.
Okay.
And that is going to be with my +1, a total of 16 against his EAC.
That's gonna hit.
Nice. That is going to be 9 points of fire damage.
Ooh, this guy's looking real beat. Like, he looks real bad right now. Like, you can kind of see him stagger a bit, like, coughing up, like, like, kind of turns towards you, like, trying to aim the pistol, but struggling a bit with it. LNA, you're up.
Can you ping the guy or actually, I have the guy in front of me. The guy in front of me, he's kind of like in a downward, because I'm above him, correct?
Yeah, he's also prone, so he's, like, fallen on the grease and on fire.
Oh, great. Then I'm just going to shoot him.
Yeah, you can trick attack him, too, because he doesn't see...
Yeah, definitely. Trick attack?
Yeah.
That's a 7 + 15.
Oh, he has no idea
7?
you're up there ready to... He's more concerned with the grease and the fire.
Great. All right, here we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
Spoiler alert, he did. As you, like, peer over the side of the box, see this man, like, screaming and on fire, and just like, phew! And he stops. As that is the end of that one. However, the one on top of the entercopter, the one on the turret, seems to, like, abandon the turret and rush to the cockpit. And that's what you see, LNA.
Okay.
Okay, the eel's gonna go. It's gonna make an attempt. Oh no. So, Aramesh, you managed to see that this other one of Royce's lackeys is sort of rushed up to the side of the crane, raises the gun towards you. You've impacted him with a blast. He's looking bad. And then the mouth of the eel comes and grabs him and pulls him into the cage.
Oh.
And you hear this, like, horrifying crunching sound from beneath the tarp as that fellow disappears. And there's, like, a distinct, like, slurping, burping sound that follows. And then, like, almost what sounds like this kind of, like, happy sigh as the eel doesn't seem to be moving as much anymore.
Ew! Oh. Okay.
Bharat, you're up.
I mean, I feel like we did everything. Can we just leave or no? Yeah, we got the artifact, the eel is full, bad guy's locked himself in the closet. There's not much left to do, is there? I'm saying this over comms, I guess.
Take over the helicopter.
Oh, right.
You do need to get off the train.
So
sure,
we end combat there, and as LNA says, we must get the hell. There is like a moment of kaboom as everything goes dark, and you realize you've entered a tunnel.
Oh
no!
We knew this would happen.
Yep.
It was
and as LNA had predicted, there was a tunnel.
I did it!
Wow.
And so you're all in darkness for a moment. And as you're, like, in darkness, like, there's this, like, as the sound of combat drowns out, there's the crackle of the comm, and your pilot, Arda, voice. Now, what in tarnation's going on down there? What have you done to subvert every damn body on the train? Oh, I can't get in there with other chopper down there. What was other chopper down there? You're gonna have to... Oh no, we're gonna have to get you out of there. You're gonna have to get out of there now.
I believe you need some lessons in articulation.
Articulate. I gotta get you out of there. Let me look. Oh.
We can't see anything, Arda.
Yes.
Do any of you have
dark.
lights?
No, I don't think we have
I
lights.
have blind sense, yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Let me see.
It must be nice for you.
I assume there's probably some, like, emergency lighting that's going on now. Like the train, like, red lights pop on, and you're, like, realize you're in a tunnel. And you just hear this, going to steep shore soon. All right. Well, you're going to a terminal. Okay, there's... Oh my.
What is
Airmesh,
going on in your thought process?
dango, Airmesh. There's a crate. I think LNA's on the crate.
Okay.
Look at the crate.
Okay, LNA, look in the crate.
I look in the crate. What do I see?
So as you look down, you see like a massive mechanical construct in the crate, like crouched and entirely like in a boxy form.
Perhaps we can all control this thing.
Yeah, and you immediately recognize it, like from like vid movies that you've seen, as a mech, as like a war construct intended for immense destruction. And all of you have seen this in different mediums. Like Barat, you've seen it from your time like fighting at the Vestarium. Aramesh, you've seen it from the vid shows you watch. Kavan, you've seen it from the internet. LNA, you've seen it because you like know all sorts of robotic constructs. In this case, this is a gargantuan like troop tank mech that is like shrunken down and in like compressed mode, but with a few easy commands you could like activate it, and you hear like crackling over like from Arda. All right. According to the specs I'm looking at here, that one's named Black-Eyed Susan. Should have more than enough firepower to break through whatever fuss they got waiting for you. Trouble is, there's no way of getting through the station. Well, except for the skylight. Now, good news is, Susie's got an escape capsule built right into her. So all you gotta do is walk to the middle of the ticketing concourse, just under the big skylight, and activate, Sigma 5. That'll give you all about 30 seconds to get in the capsule. Shoot straight up into the skylight. Once you're out of the skylight, I'll come grab you, and we'll get out of here.
Fantastic.
Okay, Susan, let's see what you're made of.
And, like, of course there is the, like, go-go Starfinder Rangers, like, as this thing, like, unfolds and grows massively, like, and, like, you could feel the train coming to this abrupt stop as it's now, like, reached the terminal. But as it has reached the terminal, you have enough time to all climb in together into the shared 4-person cockpit of this immense battle machine.
I'll form the
And I'm just gonna shift us over as you find yourselves like stepping out from the cargo train into the terminal itself.
Oh, nice.
Now,
okay,
folks, we're gonna use a little fun subsystem here called mech combat. I'm gonna give you the real quick skimmy on how this works, and we'll go from there. So, essentially, mech combat is standard Starfinder combat. Your mech, by default, gets a move action, a reaction. Each pilot adds an additional action to that, so your mech will get a move and 4 standard actions. So you'll be able to make 4 different attacks. You could move up to 2 times, so you could turn one of your standard actions into a move, or you could spend a move and a standard or 2 standards to do like multiple attacks with one weapon. Your mech has 60 feet of movement. It's really big and like moves a fair distance. It has shields, which like restore at the start of your round. And then you also gain these cool things called power points, which are basically like resolve points, but for your mech. You're gonna get 3 of them at the start of every round, and basically you can spend them in one of 4 ways. And I'll remind you of these. Before you roll an attack, you can aim and add a d4 bonus to your attack roll. After hitting with an attack, you can spend 3 of these points to increase the damage dice you do. You can spend 2 to restore shields, and with some of its weapons, you can do a cleave attack if things are close to you.
Whoa.
I'm gonna explain to you the weapons that are on board this sucker. Black-Eyed Susan comes equipped with a scythe, a buzz blade, a Gatling gun,
missiles,
a missile battery, a grenade launcher, and a sonic shotgun.
Wow.
Its bonus to ranged attacks is plus 13, and its bonus to melee attacks is plus 18.
Yeah.
So how we are going to do this is the initiative. The initiative is going to be a predetermined initiative, so it basically uses whoever the worst is. I've already calculated it for you. So what I'll do, because we want to spread the love around here as you're coming out in a mech.
So nice of you.
I haven't rolled it, because I'm going to get each of you to roll a d20 for me. Oh no, I'm going to get each of you to roll a d20 for me, and the winner gets to roll your initiative.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, not me. That's a 4.
It's not
me,
going
7.
to be me with a 4 as well.
I got 7. Michelle?
Okay.
I won!
All right. Diana, you can roll me another d20 to determine your initiative for Black Eyed Susan.
All right. Am I adding my initiative?
No, this is going to be plus 2. It's kind of the flat thing that your mech's going to get.
I rolled a 19 plus 2.
Oh,
21.
21, not bad. All right, so you step out of the cargo train as it comes to its abrupt stop, though the walls folding down. All of you have now entered into the shared cockpit of this immense mechanical apparatus. You step out into the terminal off of the train. You look around, there are buildings set up, there are ticketing stations. You can see food kiosks and tables that are to the south. You can also hear the footsteps of running individuals. And just as you step out, you can hear the twang of sniper fire as waiting individuals take shots at your mech. But sadly, both of them miss. Revealing their positions to you, however, as you come out and just bouncing off of your armor, you can see 2 snipers that have taken up positions here and here with large rifles on top of these roofs, but their weapons just pink off of you. At this point, you all get to activate Black Eyed Susan. Now, your goal, as Arda explained, is to reach this area down here, this sort of skylight at the southern end, where you can activate the escape capsule and shoot your way with the artifact, which is stowed in the cockpit with you to flee. Again, you can move about 60 feet or 120 if you double move. That will take up one of your standard actions. You have 4 actions to take. Any of your actions can be spent on firing one of your weapons. The important note is that the scythe and the buzz blade can cleave things that are close to you in melee. The missile battery, you can spend basically a full action, so a move and a standard or 2 standards, to unleash a barrage of up to 4 missiles at targets, with a very minor penalty. So, with all of this being said, you come traipsing out in your mech. There's this loud crunch, crunch as you step onto the ground. What would you like to do?
A very important question.
Party discussion. Yes, of course.
Black Eyed Susan is gargantuan, you said? Is Black Eyed Susan...
Yeah.
Is Black Eyed Susan strong enough to pick up the cage containing the giant eel and place it outside the train and then rip it open?
Yay! That one.
You've just
yes.
run thirsty.
I would like to.
No, you
unleash
haven't.
the
That's
eel.
awesome. Can I ask a question? Are you planning on pulling out the crate, ripping it up, and putting it down, or are you planning on pulling out the crate, ripping off the top, and throwing it like a thrown weapon?
I mean, why not throw the crate like a thrown weapon? An eel grenade.
Absolutely. Yeah, a mountain eel grenade. Absolutely. So you've seen that there are 2 snipers on these buildings. There might be more hidden down to the south. What okay, first of all, I'm going to say it's going to take 2 actions of your 4 standard actions to do this. 1 to grab, 1 to throw. That'll leave you with 2 standard actions and a move action left. So where would you like to throw this crate?
I mean, it's close to one of the buildings that a sniper was hiding in. There's one that looks like southwest of our current position. I'll just chuck the the cage right over there.
Absolutely. All right. So, Jim, since you're the architect of this madness, I'm going to get you to roll me a ranged attack roll. So this is going to again use the mech's range. So that's going to be plus 13. Tell me what you get.
Not bad. Plus 13 would be a 23 total.
All right. The eel crashes onto the roof. Where it suddenly like bursts open, the crate like landing on the side, the sniper turning towards this immense thing that like looks almost shocked and startled at what has happened and recoils back, and yeah, that's gonna deal with that sniper. As we'll just say that there's some canceling out that's happening there. So that was 2 of your standard actions as you've now like hurled this cage, and the eel kind of comes out, its mouth open, it lands on top, crunching through the building. The sniper that was there is now tumbled in as well. You've still got a move action, and you've still got 2 standard actions. Any thoughts from the team? What you would you like to start making your way south towards that skyline? Are you wanting to maybe shoot out the other sniper? What's your thought?
We saw the other sniper shoot us, yeah?
Yeah, right over here to the east.
What can reach over there? A missile?
Oh, you can reach
Grenade
it with
launcher?
missiles. You can reach
All
it with
the
a
missiles.
grenade launcher. You could fire several missiles at the same target if you wanted to.
That's his
Let's
best
do
strategy.
Yes.
Okay, so
I
would you
agree.
like, if you fire several, that'll take both of your standard actions, but you'd still get a move action. So you could like start like plodding
Yes.
forward your 60 feet. So yeah, like
Yes, let's move
down
forward.
to basically just there. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you like your mech starts like striding down through the terminal area, crunching over the fences. LNA, like you've managed to take control of the missile pods, and Barat, you're also helping like coordinate them as like the missile launcher turns towards this like sniper over here.
Yes.
Can I get each of you, all 4 of you, since you're firing so many missiles, to roll me a d20 and add 8 to the results?
Gladly.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
I also
okay.
rolled a
Well,
1?
there's always. Oh no!
You also rolled a 1!
2 of the missiles corkscrew off. And did you roll a 1 too?
I rolled a
No.
12. I got a 12.
You rolled a 12. Okay,
Yeah.
12. Jim, what'd you get?
We got 17 over here.
Okay. That's the hey. You know what? That's fine. So this like cluster of missiles goes like hurtling towards this target. It's like anime missiles. They fly in all directions. Some of them make no sense and just fly off the screen.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's fireworks. But 2 of them. Actually, no. Sorry, yeah, 2 of them do smash in on the target. So, Jenny and Jim, will you please roll me the damage for your missiles, which is going to be 5d4 plus 7.
Oh, fun. Okay.
That lovely sound of d4s rolling.
Yeah, I can hear them.
I got a 15
plus-
total.
Okay,
Each, did you say?
plus 7.
Plus 7. Okay, so that is a 21. I believe.
Ooh,
I counted that right.
yeah.
Might have rolled.
No, that's cool. Okay, so these missiles begin impacting the roof over here, and you can see the sniper like hunkers down after taking a fairly significant amount of damage from the strikes. That is the first go of Black-Eyed Susan. Then we start seeing some other figures begin to a whole bunch of other things start to appear as though to try to stop your advance. And we see rolling out several robots that like roll out on ball-like replacements for legs. They like are all desperate to try to get into a position to stop your advance. You can see they're kind of like security robots. They've got these like big fists that they're sort of like rock'em sock'em roboting as they advance towards you on their ball movement. Two more snipers appear, however, and begin to take shots. Ooh, one of them impacting like you right in the cockpit area with crit, as like all of you see this perfectly lined shot smash right by you and doing 25 points of damage. So that will pop your shields that you have.
Oh,
so
comrades,
you all see
you're floored.
the moment of your shield go pop. But the armor, like the external armor, the hardness of your own components prevents any more damage from getting through. That is the activation of all these individuals. We come to the start of the second round. We see that the sniper on the roof over here is desperate to try to shoot back at you, but apparently I can't roll. We come back to you, Black-Eyed Susan. At the beginning of the round, you regain some of your shield, so you get 7 shield points back. And now you can take more actions. Once again, you have 4 actions. Talk amongst yourselves. How do you want to proceed? You've seen all this happening. You're in the cockpit together. What sort of approach do you want to take?
We can restore our shields for 2 resolve points. Is that correct? And we have how many resolve points left?
So at the start of your turn, you're gonna get 3 more. So you're technically or power points, I should say. You're gonna be up to 6 of them now. Yeah. You could spend 2 of them to get more shields. Absolutely.
We should. I think we should probably attack. That big old crew right in front of us. But if we get into melee, it might be easier to hit them all down at once. With our scythe, they're small and we're big.
You would know your scythe is a 30-foot cone. So if you attack with the scythe, you can attack anything in a 30-foot cone.
Amazing. So can we move? Our movement is, you said it's 30?
60.
Let's do our move. 60. Oh, well, we're good gracious. Can we move, like here first then?
Yeah, you could like use your move action to get right in the middle of them if you're looking to like get kind of close up.
Be right here. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's our move, and then on 1 action at least, let's Skype these guys down. What would say?
So that'll take 2 of your. That'll take 2 power points to use the cleave attack, but you'll be able to hit 4 of them.
Yes.
So
worth it.
Seems like an absolutely worth it thing. I'll mark you down those little power points there. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to just roll me a single attack roll here. And Michelle, you're the one who's pushed for scything, so please roll that for me. Yeah.
17 plus 8, right? 25. Is it plus 8?
It's plus 18. So you're
18,
gonna
17
hit
plus 18, whatever that is.
You're gonna hit all of them with that as the scythe like goes through every one of them. There's like this horrifying sound of crunching metal. I'd like you to roll me your scythe damage, which is going to be 4d6 plus 12.
Wow. Okay, that's what the hell is it? Okay, 6 plus 6. Oh, wow. Sorry, 6 times 3 is 18.
18.
Plus 5 is.
Oh wow. 20, 23.
23 plus the bonus, which was. What did you just say?
12.
12.
So
23 plus 12.
35. Wow. Oh yeah. 35. You can tell you have like dealt almost half of the hit points of each of these things in
well done.
one cleaving strike. as they are all like sent like scattered back, and you can hear this like whining of ears as they're that being said, that was only like your move and your like action to cleave, so you technically have 3 more standard actions. I should also point out your buzz blade that you have can also cleave, though it can only do so in a smaller reach, so you'd only be able to get the 3 on the far right. If you wanted to. You could also fire missiles.
You were talking about, do we have something like a sonic shotgun? Something like that?
You do. Yep.
Is that a scatter weapon as well?
It is a blast weapon in this case, but yeah, it'll get the same effect. You'll be able to hit 3 of them.
What I was going to say is, I turned to Kevin and say, why don't you buzz the ones to the east, and I will give the ones to the west something, a song to sing, and then blast the western half with the sonic shotgun, and Kevin can do whatever Kevin wants, but hopefully taking out the ones to the east too.
Absolutely. Okay. Let's start with the ones to. You were gonna sonic shotgun the wounded ones, or the unwounded ones?
The ones that are on the west. So I don't know how many I can get in a blast. So you tell me.
I'll let you get all 3 of them. Yeah, that makes sense. So you can get these 3 here, and then the Buzzblade can get these 3 on this side. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll take it. Is that a +8 or a +18?
+13 in this case, because it's a range.
+13 for that one. Okay. Total is a 28 then.
Oh yeah, that will definitely hit. So the damage on this that you're going to be rolling for your sonic shotgun, which like winds up and there's this wub, will be 4d6 +7.
4d6. 5. 19 points of damage.
Nice. Okay, yeah, you can like tell that the ones on this side, especially the one in front of you, which suffered from the scythe, is particularly messed up right now. That would bring us to Kevin and the Buzzblade.
All right.
It's going to take another 2 of your power points to cleave again, but you can.
All right.
Yeah. +18, comrade.
All right, +18. So that is going to be 30. Right? No. 25.
Math.
I have a moment here. 33. Sorry. 33 to hit.
That will definitely hit. So you're going to hit with the Buzzblade. Now, the Buzzblade is probably just like the most terrifying weapon here. That is going to do 4d6 +12.
Ooh. All right.
Same as that scythe. This one can also cause a crit bleed, though. So yikes.
46?
Yeah, 4d6.
Plus how much again? Sorry.
Plus
I can remember.
12.
Plus 12. Okay. Oh gosh. So that is a 27. Yes.
Okay, there's like a distinct crunch as you go crunch, 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 and the 3 robots on the right get smashed into pieces as you buzz through them after scything through them. The one in the front is still like heavily damaged. These ones are now like entirely smashed from Sonic Blast. Now, there is still 1 standard action that you have left, so I guess LNA, all of your friends have taken out actions here. You've got 1 left. You could continue. You could take a second action to just continue moving to your destination, or you could try to put more of these down with some of the weapons you haven't fired yet. It's up to you.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's put them down with some of the weapons we haven't fired. So,
so you have the Gatling gun, the missile launcher, or a grenade launcher. You could fire the grenade, and that would allow you to hit those 3 as well.
Let's do the grenade launcher.
Yeah, so you kind of like wave over, and there's like the sonic shotgun retracts back in, and the grenade launcher pops out, and there's like the chunk sound as something loads. Yeah, give me a ranged attack, so +13.
Oh, it's another 1.
Okay, so
Sorry,
it was gonna land on
friends.
this guy. No, this is fine. This is fine. So we're gonna play the scatter game. Will you roll me a 1d8?
What's the scatter game?
We're gonna see where
3.
the grenade lands.
Oh.
Oh no.
Can you
Not
roll
on
me
us.
another d8?
Okay. 2.
It's still gonna hit 2 of them actually. So I'm gonna make
Okay.
reflex.
I go.
Oh, that's
I'm
not
sorry.
good. All right,
Malfunction.
so will you roll me then for damage on this grenade? 4d6 plus 7.
46 plus 7. 5, 10, 14, 15. 15 plus 7. 22.
Okay, yeah. So 22. So these robots look incredibly damaged. They're still up, but they're incredibly damaged as your grenade like tears through the sides of them. All 3 of the robots now that are remaining and confronting you look incredibly wounded. However, that is going to be the end of your actions for Black-Eyed Susan. The others are now going to all go. So the robots are actually going to like all rush you in an attempt to try to take you down. So they're all going to make melee attacks. One of them is going to manage to hit you. Let's see. Ooh! So it's going to once again pop your shields and do a little bit of hull damage, but not much. Not much. It's going to start scratching at your hull. The other one of the other ones sort of bounces off. Now we have 2 snipers again taking shots from the rooftops. Oh, both of them are also going to hit, like, relaying more fire. You can feel, you can feel that your hull is taking more and more damage. You're looking at like the 80 out of 100 hit points level of damage now after 2 more smashes come into you. The other one, and then you start to hear the sounds of the eel, like now returning, having devoured its friend. And that's the end of that. That's all the snipers. This sniper up here is going to have to reposition. But we're going to come back to you folks in your giant robot friend. You're going to get 7 points of shield back. You've got 4 more actions. All your weapons are good to go. How would you like to proceed here? Like, there's pandemonium. You've got gunfire everywhere. People are now running. All of these sort of, like, guardian robots are trying to, like, suppress you and put you down. But you're very close to your destination here and your escape. What would you like to do?
Can we leave them from here? Sorry, go ahead, Jim.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was... go ahead and... You would go ahead and cleave them. Like, do your thing.
No, I mean, if you want to do something, please go ahead.
No, my action was going to be very boring. Leave them, and then I can still do what I want to do after you do your thing. So, by all means, it doesn't interrupt me at all.
All right, let's cleave them. So let's
Oh, yeah.
use
Yeah,
the Buzzblade.
absolutely. Yeah, give me
I don't know if I should roll again.
20 plus 18. Plus 18. Yeah,
Oh,
I
God,
mean,
here
you
we
know
go.
what? You've rolled
Okay.
so many ones, it can't happen
Yeah.
again, right?
Okay.
I believe
Surely
you.
not.
19 plus
There you go.
18.
I have a
Or 13,
spoiler
sorry.
for you. No matter what damage
Yes.
you roll, they're all going to explode.
Okay, good.
They had like 10 hit points left each. You had like dealt so much damage, and so with a slash of your Buzzblade, they all just like break apart, leaving a clear path towards your destination.
Perfect.
But you've still got some snipers. Would you like to make your way? I think. Oh yeah, you've absolutely got enough with a double move to reach your destination if you would like.
Let's
Yeah,
make
that
a
was going
run
to be
for it.
my boring action was going to be to forego my combat action and just take some extra moves. So
Let's do it.
Now
let's get out of here.
So I'm gonna say you take a single move and get to there, one away from the skylight. And as you take this action, your sensors are going wild, and what you see is far to the north, stumbling off of the train, is Royce, who looks very like discombobulated, and like out of sorts, still has the wound from LNA, like still has the burn marks from Jim's shot. You still have 2 actions and your free action to get out of jail. You could fire a bunch of weapons at Royce as you depart, should you choose.
Wait, how close is he?
He is a good ways away. Like he's about like 100. He's a range increment away with your weapons.
But listen, do we still have get him on him from earlier or what?
Definitely can't.
I mean, mechanically no, but in your hearts, yes.
Yes.
Royce is nothing that a healthy barrage of missiles can't fix, and I see no reason not to unload the bays as we're making our way out of here.
So, as you were making your way, can I get each of you, because you get to fire 4 missiles at this awful person, to roll me a d20 and add 8 to the result?
Ooh, 27.
722. Okay. What other results do we?
I fire a missile directly into his face with a natural 20.
Nice.
27, 22, nat 20. What was the other?
24.
24. Oh, good lord. So, like, you stop. The like, Black-Eyed Susan stops, does the 180 turn. The missiles go, like, flying, and as your, like torso has, like, done a torso twist all the way around, you continue walking to the skylight, where you enact the protocol, and, like, as this is all happening, the missiles streak towards Royce, and, like, you reach under the skylight, and you initiate the protocol that you were given, by your pilot, and there is a distinct, like, crack sound as your capsule, the sort of central pod containing all 4 of you and the artifact, is ejected up. And, like, you get this, like, lovely bird's eye view as you head towards the skylight of the missiles streaking out from Black-Eyed Susan. And, like, the camera's clearly giving us that broad view, and we see Royce, like, still with the glass of liqueur and, like, coming out trying to smoke a cigar, and he's like,
looks like old Royce makes it out.
oh no. And there's just the explosion that happens as 4 missiles, one directly on his head, perfectly impact, and the train has this, like, sonic boom around it, and your capsule breaks through the skylight, flying up. And in this perfect maneuver, Arda, your entercopter pilot, grabs on with a mag clamp at the bottom of the entercopter, grabs on to the hangar that you're in with the artifact. And the 4 of you fly off into the moonlit night, getting your money and completing the heist.
Yay!
Yay!
It wouldn't be a great train heist if you didn't blow someone up with a volley of missiles in a mech, right? Right?
Oh yeah.
Every heist movie I've ever seen has that exact scene.
Sorry, I forgot. Actually, there's a very important question. Rewind. Did any of you look back at the explosion? Or did you just not look at the explosion?
Cool guys do not look at the explosion.
Oh, I do.
Very good.
LNA.
LNA has personal reason to watch this.
She needed to verify it, I'm sure.
Or Katarina. Yep.
And that, everyone, brings us to the end of the Great Grav-Train Robbery.
Yay!
We've committed a crime. Yay!
Crime! And you get money.
Thanks, crime.
And I'd like to thank a bunch of people. First of all, everyone in chat for hanging out with us and throwing us support and being awesome folks. Any of you YouTube folks who are going to be watching this. Thanks for hanging out with us and watching this. I'd like to give a special shout out to Andrew White, the author of this, also Paizo employee who is in our tech department. Andrew is an awesome person. Obviously, he took a lot of inspiration while writing this. I think Andrew's in the chat as well. There he is, White Paizo. So thank you, Andrew. This was a ton of fun. I had a ton of fun just reading it, let alone us playing it. Also, big thanks to Jason Tondro, who did development on this. Jason has been excited about this and talking about this in meetings for months, and I'm glad that we got to put this out there. And so big thanks to those people who worked on this. I would also like to give a big thanks to my castmates here who put up with my antics as the GM and also just made this a amazing story for us to roll through and have fun with. So as we sort of roll on out, I'm going to pass along the horn to everyone. Let's start bottom right because we're going to go opposite order this time. We're going to start with Michelle. Where can people find out about you and stuff?
Hi, you can find me on the internet everywhere at I am Chubby Bunny. I picked that name when I was 16 and I cannot go backwards in time and fix that problem. And you know, basically on Twitter I'd say everything that I do, but very soon you can see me on Saturday evening playing Call of Cthulhu with Persephoros and that Bronze Girl and Cynthia Marie. It's very, very fun, so tune in, and it's also for charity. Or Roll20. That's it.
Heck yeah. Jim!
Next person. There we go.
Where can people find you, Jim?
I'm at Evil Jim Jam on Twitter. I'm not really doing a lot of streaming, but what I am, it's here on Twitch, on Paizo's Twitch. So you hang around here long enough, you might see me again running games or getting to play in them like I did tonight. So at Evil Jim Jam, and that's about it for me.
Diana, where can the lovely people find you?
Yeah, of course. You can find me at DianaRest3 on Twitter and Instagram. You can also find me on the DAT Network, especially this Sunday for the Voyage of the Siren Song, where I play a pirate at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and on Monday nights on the Norse Foundry channel for Alien Connections, and I play a Blade Runner.
Nice. All right, and Jenny, where can the peoples find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Space Princess _J. I also stream sometimes here on Twitch, Space Princess J, and very soon, actually, you'll find me on On-Call GM's channel. What is it, next Tuesday? I will be playing a fashionista Mentat in his Dune game that he's running. That'll be a lot of fun, and you can also find my words in many Starfinder and Pathfinder books.
Yeah!
Yeah, and then there's me. Hi, I'm Thurston Hillman, again, digital developer for Paizo. What that means, and I should elaborate on that, is that I am responsible now for the development and creation of these one-shot adventures. So, oddly enough, Jason Tondro did this one, but as of now, I'm going to be taking over development and work on this line with our awesome freelancers. So the next one-shots that are coming out, I'm going to be kind of the person who finishes them up and sends them off, so hopefully I'll be able to come back here and do more of these with all you cool people and maybe other people. We'll find out. Look forward to that. Our next one is going to be our Pathfinder one-shot, Mark of the Mantis, which is has the party all playing assassins assassinating a target. So once again, maybe not the most noble of people, but a super fun thing where nothing can totally go wrong. As for where you can find me, you can find me on all the socials and all the things at On Call GM. I too picked that before I realized what picking that would do to me and what people would ask me. So no, I will not run a game for you all the time, but you can find me at all the things there. I do stream on Twitch. I'm also affiliated with the Warhams show, so you can find me there, and I do streaming for that, though we're kind of on a hiatus right now. Otherwise, you can find more awesome content here at twitch.tv/official Paizo. If you're listening on the YouTubes, that means come check out our Twitch channel as well, so you can be live and talk with us and, tease us as we have great things like missile pods and totally not sleeping noir people who get weird advertisements sent their way. But thank you again, everyone, for coming. This was a ton of fun, and I think we'll call it there and see you next time. And I love all your faces. You're great.
Yay! Good night, guys. Thank you.
Bye.